What's good, nation? We are back for another version of the Nothing But Raiders podcast. We had some injured players that could not make it today. We had one required surgery, so it was a serious issue. And we had to get some help because me and Black tired of being right all the time. And so we decided to bring somebody in that could be wrong. What's up, A-Train?
Who's gonna say I'm gonna be wrong, bro? Like, who's gonna say I'm gonna be wrong, dude? I feel like we all been on the same page this whole time. None of these quarterbacks.
A-Train, you're right.
None of these quarterbacks. You're right. None of these quarterbacks are on point.
Yeah.
No, you're right, A-Train. You actually been on board.
I'm not a homer, man. I'm open-minded, man.
Yeah, no, you've been on board. He's just messing with you.
So I get it. But no, I'm the farthest out there than any of us because I still believe in Bigfoot and aliens. So I believe we can still win.
Oh boy!
No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe that. That was a joke. That was a joke.
I would go Bigfoot and aliens before that, bro. For real, like that's another one.
Desmond Ritter is my Bigfoot. So.
Okay. So do we need to go straight? Let's just get right into it because I know that's what people got on their minds. The Raiders made a signing, and he will be on the practice squad initially. But Desmond Ritter is a Raider. He's the former quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, who was traded after they signed one Kirk Cousins. He was in competition with Clayton Tune to back up Kyler Murray and lost that competition, and they put him on the practice squad. He is a 6'3.5", just about quarterback, about 215 to 220 pounds, 4'5", 240, athletic, can scramble, relatively strong arm, I think on par or maybe better than Aiden O'Connell as far as arm strength is considered. So he's kind of, he's like the best of both worlds, man. We got like the scrambling and actual athletic ability that Minshew doesn't have with the 4.98 and the 40 and the smaller stature and stuff like that, right? But we got enough height that people might give him a chance. It's crazy. So good luck to Desmond Ritter. I think it's a smart move to just take a lottery ticket on a quarterback because we'll probably draft him one. So what do you think, A-Train?
I think that unlike going for a lot of people are saying we're going to go for Bryce Young or do some wild shit and go out and try to get Ryan Tannehill. Those dudes cost money or they cost draft picks. Some people are saying, hey, let's go out and get a dude from Pittsburgh. This got replaced by Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. And I'm like, well, guess what? That's going to cost you like what, a 6th-round pick, a 5th-round pick, maybe a 7th-round pick or something like that. Like you're giving up capital. And Desmond Ritter, I have a friend of mine who's a Falcons fan and been a Falcons fan his whole life. He was all aboard the Desmond Ritter train when he got there out of Cincinnati. So, maybe it's a change of scenery. Like, hey, you know what? Change the scenery a little bit. And Desmond, he shows up and, maybe AP takes this locker room, which what we think is just like divisive AF or just destroyed. And maybe AP, he gets his swag back from last year when McDaniels got fired and maybe homeboy fits in, but why not take a shot on a guy that's probably less than $1 million to kick the tires on and compete with O'Connell? Gardner Minshew, I feel like the system was the main reason Gardner Minshew failed, but that's just my opinion. But Gardner Minshew, he had a really bad game last week, and so, Desmond Ritter, he's not going to start against the Chiefs. He's not going to start against the Bengals. probably because he hasn't learned the entire playbook yet. But after that, it's the Desmond Ritter show, and we're going to see what he can do, man. And I'm excited for it, honestly. I haven't been excited since Minshew lost his job last week, and then Aiden got his thumb broke because of our O-line. So our O-line is not going to help, our newfound friend or whatever. So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, the O-line. Yeah, we're gonna have to spend some time on that a little bit later. What you think about this quarterback thing, Black? You go on mute or something? See now,
yeah,
he got
you muted, brother.
Y'all kill me. Like when I say y'all, I mean the fan base. Like,
no,
I love you, A-Train. Just know that. Just know I love you, bro. But that's an example of us not assessing things the way in a consistent way. For example, like you just said, like Aiden O'Connell got hurt because the O-line, but then Minshew had a bad game. Like, why you think he had a bad game? Because the O-line. Like, I don't understand, like, the excuse that worked for AOC don't apply to Minshew. Like, they say, well, AOC didn't have his receivers. Well, what you think Devontae was playing for Minshew too? He wasn't. Matter of fact, he sabotaged Minshew. Yeah, okay. You can say, well, we haven't had Jacoby. Jacoby only get 2 catches a game anyway. So it wasn't like he a legit number 1 receiver anyway. So I'm saying all that to say is this. I don't know why we grade AOC on the curve and then treat Minshew like the redheaded stepchild when, in fact, if you look at just the games, including all the turnovers, Minshew gives us more offense. I mean, like, at one point, he was the 7th-ranked quarterback in passing. Like, what are we talking about? We acted like this man was really incompetent. The person who's incompetent is AOC because he don't know how to matriculate the pocket. That's why he gets injured. That's why we saw that he was going to get injured because he can't escape. And then y'all want to use that against Minshew because he don't stand back there and get cracked.
So me and Hotspot have had some conversations. He knows that I was pro Gardner and not pro AOC. So he understands what I'm saying. And it's not that I don't like AOC, but Gardner Minshew does legit in the right system give us a chance to win. That's fact. But so you and me are on the same level. Hotspot knows better than anybody that I am more pro Gardner than AOC. I'm not vouching for AOC. I'm just bringing up the point that without an offensive line, Gardner, AOC, maybe the scheme, maybe everything has something to do with quarterbacks failing. And I worry about that a little bit with Desmond Ritter coming in under Getsy and having this makeshift offensive line that we have. We could ruin another quarterback, like we ruined AOC. Like Gardner Minshew can't even perform like he did with the Colts or like he has in his past because there's so much chaos, and our coaching staff has no idea what they want to do. Being, yes, some AP, but mostly Getsy. Like,
okay, so how is it Getsy?
Gardner Minshew's fault. It's not Gardner Minshew's fault that he's having a bad season. It's not Aiden O'Connell's fault that he got his thumb broke. It's the offensive coordinating. But we put the guy in the room, so let's see what happens.
All right. So how can you explain to me how the offensive coordinator is responsible for it not working when you're also talking about how the offensive line has utterly failed? And that we had bad play. We had Jacoby not playing and Devontae taking games off and right. So all these things that are not the quarterback are going wrong, right? But then he's responsible for why we're losing. Quarterbacks get way too much credit and they get way too much blame. Okay, so there are certain instances where the quarterback has to step up, and otherwise it's really on the other, players and the rest of the team to support his ability to make plays, right?
Yeah, but Minshew, he not saving himself though, because when you come in and make dumb turnovers like throw an interception on a play that's a flag, I mean, you don't help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no margin for error because the error that you would normally have for yourself, that's no longer there because we have a fan base that's and a coaching staff that's looking at it like, oh, he threw 2 picks. Now we're going to take him out. Like, what quarterback? I'm talking about any quarterback that can play comfortable when you get taken out the game the first time you throw 2 picks, and then you want to throw me back in because this dude who y'all thought was better lasted a game and a quarter. Now he gone for 4 to 6 or however many weeks, and now y'all want to come back to me, and then it's already a clusterfuck that's going on, and then when I come in the game, y'all want to blame me again. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
I agree. That's Antonio Pierce.
Yeah,
that's it. That's Antonio Pierce.
Let me help y'all with what it is, because I keep trying to tell everybody to kumbaya, like, calm down. Like, this team is young. Like, we haven't even given our team a long enough to get an identity. Like, as soon as we do something wrong, we feel like we got to move like we're a playoff team. We're not a playoff team. Like, damn. Like, we got to play like a team that's rebuilding. We firing people left and right like they're the reason why we're not going to the playoffs. They're the reason why we're not winning. No, our whole culture is not old enough or mature enough to even win games or know how we going to win games. You can't take the veteran quarterback you do have and then play them out the way you did, and then the young person that everybody thought they wanted to play get in, and then he only lasts a game and a quarter, and now everybody like, well, fuck it, let's just blow the whole ship up. Like, no, because we've been doing that for the last 20 years, like around Derek Carr, and we even got mad at him. Like, no, we need to reevaluate how we look at things as a fan base because the fan base is running the asylum. Like, this is wild.
We need to reevaluate our offensive coordinator because last week in the box, you know, I don't know who's going to disagree with me right now, but I didn't think his plays were that bad last week, right? But when you're 3rd and 18 or you're 2nd and 18 and you're running a run play that you haven't had any success on, or you're running a screenplay on, let's say, 3rd and 15, instead of throwing the ball downfield or doing something that's productive.
Okay, let me explain. You have an offensive line that has not pass blocked the whole game. You have already hurt the first string quarterback. You literally don't have any more quarterbacks to play. Like, if Minshew gets hurt, we're using a non-quarterback at quarterback. Okay, that's like Zeus is probably the emergency dude. That's where we're at. Okay, so you can't hold the ball and throw it down the field when you're not blocking. So what do? You try to take advantage of the fact that the defense is being over aggressive. So you call a screen. And one of those times it went for a huge first down, right? So when you have limited options and you're still making it work, that is not a negative. Like,
no, but what I'm saying is
this dude called a game where we were in position to win, even though our offensive line did not block the whole freaking game. Like, think about that. The offensive line performed really poorly, but somehow we were.
My point was that Antonio Pierce is not all to blame. Antonio Pierce is not all to blame on that shit. I mean, kind of because of personnel, because we have such a shitty team, but.
No, why is everybody trying to find blame to assess? The whole team stinks. I'm talking about the coach stinks, the line stinks, the quarterback stinks, the running back stinks, the wide receiver stinks, our defense stinks. Like, no, I mean, like, I don't understand.
Our defense is number 1 in missed tackles. Number 1 in missed tackles in the whole NFL.
We shouldn't have been in that Rams game last week. After what we did, 4 turnovers, we shouldn't have had a chance to come back. You can't tell me the defense didn't do their job last week and keep us in that game.
Okay.
Legit.
They did.
Legit.
They did.
Come on, legit.
Y'all acting like that like that's some kind of a net positive. Like, no. Like, that's what they're supposed to do. Especially when everybody keep talking about they were top 5 defense. No, what happened was we didn't get blew out. Like, okay, cool, fine. The thing about it is this, man. We got to be patient with the franchise. Like, everybody expecting us to win now. We're not in position to win now. We can't win now.
I'm
not even close. Not even close.
And the thing about it is, everybody thought that we was this one game away from the playoffs type mentality. No, what we got to do is the honeymoon period is over. Those 9 games last year that got AP higher, that was last year. Like, nobody really banks on what happened last year unless you're a perennial team like Kansas City. And even what they did last year is not what they're doing this year. Matter of fact, I would argue they're playing better with less than they had last year. But they struggling to get it together too. But what I'm saying is this. Last year is last year. This year is this year. So with that being said, is we need some stability, and everybody keep talking about Riddler QB1. It's stupid to me. That's dumb. Like, he couldn't even make
about kicking the tires. We're kicking the tires. We're kicking the tires for next year.
Man, you get a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? Cash it in. You never know.
Why we kicking tires on options that ain't really like tire kicking worthy? Like,
why is he not tire kicking worthy? He was a high draft pick who had a pretty good rookie season. You know, lost his job because they signed a huge, expensive veteran. That's the same team that also then drafted a quarterback after that. So it's not like they're like making all of the best quarterback moves, right?
So is he trending down or up?
At least we're trying. At least we're trying to win. At least we're doing something instead of just not doing anything.
Bro, they have no choice. They gotta sign somebody to put there. It don't take a genius to understand that. Like, you could have, me and you, and Hotspot could have went and signed a quarterback, and everybody be like, well, at least we tried. Like, no, we didn't have really much option. Like, we really, like, he's trending down. We picked a person that came out was a starter. Then he got traded to be the backup. Then he lost that and ended up being on a practice squad. So really, you can't even really start. I mean, you can't even back up a team, right? And then you're going from practice squad to we need you to stop this fire going on in Las Vegas.
Oh, no, we're not trying to do nothing like that. Position. Yeah, we're not trying to stop the fire. We just trying to see what you got, bro. We're trying to see what you got.
We know what we got. Nothing.
It's extended garbage time. That's what this is.
We don't even know what we
got. Not the team.
We have garbage. We have garbage.
I'm talking about the quarterback. We don't even appreciate what Minshew brings to the table.
Yeah, this is the thing. He has about zero chance of being a consistent starter on this team now because of the way the AP treated him and the way that the fan base and team perceives him, right? He looks like his confidence is not there right now. He needs a change of scenery, right? So, like, you know, I like Minshew, but it's that relationship is ruined. It's like you can.
The Raiders destroyed him. The Raiders destroyed him when they replaced him for Gardner Minshew in the first place before this last game.
Weird. He don't got his mojo. His mojo gone.
And now, right now, you went and got Desmond Ridder, who cost you no draft capital.
Yeah, nothing.
And maybe $1 million. You don't have to pay Ryan Tannehill $12, $10, $7 million. You saved all that money. You saved all that money. You didn't spend any of your picks, and you're going to kick the tires on Desmond Ridder because you know next year you're going to draft a quarterback anyways. So what's wrong with getting something for free when you can pay that money for the same thing?
What are you talking? Because you don't take rocket. Because y'all want to kick tires on something that we know ain't going. You can't even put it on the freeway because it ain't.
Do we know, Kieran?
No, he's 6. What is it about Ridder make you think that he has no chance?
Because he was on the practice squad for a reason. He got traded to back up somebody and couldn't even do that.
He lost to Clayton Tune. Clayton Tune is a good quarterback. That happens.
Bro. All right, bro.
He was behind.
Like I said, 2 games. That's it. That's it for your boy. 2 games.
Why are you so mad about it though? Like, why are you so upset about Gardner Minshew not getting a job?
Now we mad about it. Now I'm
not mad about it.
I'm gonna tell you. Want to know why I'm mad about it? Because I'm tired of us as a franchise thinking that, oh, wait a minute, here's a quarterback, and then we throw all our love into this quarterback, hoping that he's the answer to something that's going on in our franchise at quarterback. And I'm like, we don't even assess quarterbacks right in for the Raiders. We don't never assess our quarterbacks right. We always looking at our quarterbacks in the most weirdest ways. Most recent,
you're right. No, you're right about that. You're right about that.
Minshew. Then look how we did Derek Carr. Like we really was tripping with him, but whatever. Then we had a plethora of quarterbacks before that. We had Carson Palmer that was pretty
dude.
for us, but
Carson
yet
Palmer
still we didn't want to retain his services. What?
No, I think the sourness from the trade itself was that was one of the worst trades in history.
What, to get Carson Palmer?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, we was on our way to the playoffs before Carson Palmer got hurt. So much.
That was not worth. Was it worth 2 first-round picks?
Our team, bro. I don't know why. We think that these draft picks and this money equals success for us, and it don't.
It set us back. It set us back. Big time.
Man, that Carson Palmer trade didn't set us back nothing.
See,
what do you mean? Like,
I have my philosophy is that
I'm not talking stuff. I'm not talking stuff. I'm just saying anything's better than Jamarcus Russell, I suppose. So I'm giving you respect. No, you're right. You're right. I'm agreeing with you. Bro. Like, I'm telling you right now. Like, I agree. Like,
no,
I get what you're saying.
Marcus Russell, we mismanaged. We mismanaged him too. We mismanaged.
We ran him into the ground, and his uncle died. Though his uncle did die, which kind of plunged him down a little bit. But
he just shouldn't have been starting immediately. We should have given him a chance to develop.
But we're not a franchise that does that. That's why I'm saying, like, we have this ideology of what we should do, but we don't do that as a franchise. So then we get this person that we should do this with, and instead of doing what you say we should do, we put him in the game. And then we like, well, why don't we just be real with ourselves when we looking at quarterbacks? Let's look at them like, well, we know we're going to put him in right now, so how do we look at it in that fashion? Not how everybody say, well, what we should do is we should go and get Penix, and we should go get this person, Shador, and we should go get this person. Then we go get the person, right? And then the person don't pan out the way we think. Then all of a sudden, get rid of Shador. We need to get rid of offensive coordinator. Well, you know what? It's the quarterback coach. Well, you know the head coach is only like, damn. We do this all the time with every quarterback. Like, for real. With every quarterback.
Yes, we do. We do. But Cliff Kingsbury, who got Jaden Daniels, look at Jaden Daniels right now. Besides, he just got hurt. But look at how he's been doing with Cliff Kingsbury. It comes down to Mark Davis, unfortunately, not having the best decisions on who to hire. Legit, like, that's what it comes down to. He's the head of the snake. You got to cut it off. But if Cliff Kingsbury would have wanted a 2-year contract and he stayed here, and he was coaching instead of, let's say, Getsy, we'd probably be a little better.
Oh, we would not. No. Kingsbury left and went there with that quarterback because he requires that quarterback for his offense. If he had to run an offense with Minshew and AOC,
he would fail miserably.
It would absolutely fail. He doesn't have any flexibility to his offense. That's why he got fired in Arizona. Okay,
bro,
he's doing pretty good right now, though.
Bill Belichick,
because he has the perfect situation.
Bro, we don't have no running game. Like, you can't have no offense with no running game.
You definitely
I'm talking about
none. And did you see the pass blocking? Was there any?
Well, that's Getsy and Telesco right there. That's Getsy and Telesco.
No, it's not. It's not. It's called injuries. It's called injuries, and only so much cap room in 1 year.
Look at our defensive line. They're injured. They're doing decent.
Getsy got to call plays and teach these niggas how to block too. Like, what?
You see, blocking O-lines have this thing where they need continuity. D-lines don't, right? You just plug people in, and they rush their. It's like 4 independent actors. An O-line is not like that. They're all working together in concert, especially in a zone scheme where they're literally like passing guys off to each other. Now, you can't just keep changing those pieces and expect it to play well, right?
You want to keep Andre James the center? You want to keep Andre James the center? You want to keep Andre James the center? What do you want to do with Mumford?
That don't have nothing to do with Getsy.
That's the O-line. We're talking about the O-line right now.
It has nothing to do with Getsy, though, because that's what we were just saying. We were saying they can't block. Then you said, well, that's on Getsy. No, that's on fucking AP. That's on AP.
And Tom Telesco, just like I said, AP and Tom Telesco. That's personnel. That's personnel.
It's on nobody but the head coach.
Can I ask you a question?
Supposed to be like, the head coach supposed to go to the D-line.
It's on upper management. That's the point. It's on upper management.
You expect Telesco to fix every hole in one offseason before he's ever even met most of these players or been in the locker room with them and watched them play a season? He's supposed to come in blind, and then by game six, his roster has solved all the Raiders' problems. Come on, man. Like, that's unreasonable.
That's unrealistic.
He did a lot. Like Telesco picked Brock Bowers, who is absolutely.
I'm not hating on Telesco. I'm just saying that together, the 3 of them, or the 2 of them, they created their coaching staff, right? Maybe injuries do happen. Maybe these players are good. Okay, then I'm wrong. I have no problem saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion is that Telesco and AP pick these players, and yes, okay, there's injuries. So you're saying if these people weren't injured, we'd be way better. Okay, well, you're correct.
Well, it could be better, but not necessarily. We only got 6 games. So no matter how you rationalize it in your brain, I'm trying to figure out how do y'all come up with what y'all coming up with, firing all these people after 6 games. Like, how do y'all do that?
I'm not trying to fire anybody. I
am. I want AP gone, and then that means the whole staff has to go, because you don't fire the head coach and then keep parts of the staff for the next guy. So yeah, I think he has to go, and the reason I think he has to go is because when someone shows you who they are, believe them, and he cannot manage a team. It's not going to get better. He's not going to learn on the job. That's not a thing. So I'm going to keep saying
I don't agree with that,
and then it'll be true.
See, I don't agree with that. For me,
you don't learn on the job as a head coach. It's too much going on.
You got to give him more than 6 games last year and 4. He hasn't even played a full season yet, dude.
He's making mistakes.
I understand why you say
that he's going to continue to make them.
Get rid of them. You saying get rid of them because we got too much going on for a rookie coach to come in and kind of learn on the fly,
it ain't gonna work.
And build it as we fly. Like under normal circumstances, you might could do that, but with the Raiders, you can't do that because even veteran coaches like what's my boy name that they got rid of for Gruden, Jack Del Rio. Look, I mean, like you got to be a seasoned coach with a lot of skin that know how the business go to even be able to stomach being a coach. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why that's why I'm with you. I'm like, damn. Like when we did the game, I was like, damn, we do need to get rid of AP because we don't have the patience to let things blossom around here. But for real though, we need to let this man go and coach it out. Like, give the man a couple seasons. Like, damn. And I'm not talking about including the last games of last season. Like, that was an audition to get the job. Now that you got the job, now we got a different criteria, and it's not to take us to the playoffs this year, like everybody thought.
No, but I'm sorry. McDaniels got more time than AP's had so far before he got fired. Like that's, you know what I mean? That's facts. So, I'm not about firing AP.
Listen, Josh McDaniels was really, really bad at his job. But the things he was bad at were not apparent immediately, especially like when you're watching the game. It's like managing the players and coaches, right? Like being, not an asshole, right?
How you did see it?
Well, you can't judge that when you're watching the game tape. That's all I'm saying, right? And it's not a situational football problem. He wasn't bad at timeouts, right? It's not things that like
his play calling is way worse than fucking. His play calling was way worse than fucking.
Was crappy, right? But you don't fire a coach because you don't like the play
He knew timeouts. He knew challenges. He knew coaching.
Right.
He just coaching. Yeah, that's it.
And you believe that his play calling will improve since he like play called Super Bowls and stuff, right? So you're like, okay, well maybe he's in a rut. Maybe we got to change something up. Maybe he needs to hand it over like Andy Reid. I don't know, but you don't just right. He has a pedigree of doing something positive, right? And then the stuff he's doing is not like it's not like there's it's not like he has to learn something. It's like he either has it, in him or he don't. And then once you figure that, you got to give him time to figure that out. What I know right now is AP does not know how to do these things because he then comes right behind and doubles down on bad decisions. And so he's not going to learn.
Let me ask you: Would you rather have a coach that knew how to do timeouts and shit real good, but his play calling was lackluster, or would you rather have a person that had good play calling and then they mismanaged the timeouts and shit? Which one would you rather have?
It's a straw man argument because I want neither. I want someone who knows how to do both. I don't want someone that has to learn.
It's not a straw man argument.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we had a coach. A coach that knew timeouts and the whole shit, but his play calling was hella suspect and weird. Two receivers always in the same area. One man can guard two people. All that.
I'm Goldilocks.
But he knew how to do timeouts and all that. But he knew how to do timeouts and all that. So you telling me you would rather have that as a coach than a person that know how to call plays, but they mismanaged the timeouts and the end of the 2 minutes.
AP is better, but it's still not good enough. So, and he's not gonna learn on the job. That's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. He could learn on the job. He can learn that on the job. That don't require hella seasons of coaching to learn that.
You would think he'd already know.
Calling plays does.
Yeah. Well, I agree, but I just think that he's better, but not good enough. And settling is not how we win championships. I'm not a settler, right? I'm Goldilocks. It got to be just right. It's
not just that, though. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just that. Like, like the play calling, that if you're the coach, you give that to your offensive coordinator, right? You're like, hey, this is your job. If you're the defense coordinator, like, hey, defense is your job. Your job is to call timeouts. Your job is to manage the game, and your job is to motivate your team. He can motivate the team, and even now he's not even doing that good of a job of it. But his timeouts and his game management, he doesn't pick the plays. He lets Getsy pick the plays. That's why he put Getsy in that room up in the roof right there. Mm-hmm. He lets Getsy pick the plays. He's not an offensive. He brought in who was it? Dude from the Giants, the old coach, Mike something Coughlin or whatever.
Tom Coughlin?
Yeah, Tom Coughlin. He brought in the guy from the Cincinnati Bengals. What's his name? Marvin Lewis. Brought in Marvin Lewis to help him. Where are these guys at telling him, hey, dude, like, you need to challenge that, or hey, dude, you need to, you know what I mean? Like,
Marvin Lewis is? Marvin Lewis was not it at coach, bro. I know he was there for a long time, blah, blah, blah. He had some serious game management, clock management issues that always came back to haunt them. Okay, so he's not the dude.
But they have
Tom Coughlin ain't even there, bro.
They hired a person to do that, though. They've hired a person.
That's what I was about to say, which is ridiculous.
That's what I was saying.
I don't understand how we keep deviating off what the issue is. It's clear that AP doesn't have the experience. That's why he hired all these people for all these different factions. So when one of those things fail, we need to go to AP and say, AP, this is what's going on with the team. AP needs to go and say, hey, we mismanaging our 2 minutes and our timeouts. Do I need to fire your ass or what? Because the people ain't looking for you. We don't even know your name.
They going for you because the buck stops at AP's desk.
Right. Don't start blaming Telesco and the damn offensive coordinator and the O-line. And like when there's a problem with the O-line, we need to go to the O-line coach and be like, what the hell is going on with the O-line? Because the week before, y'all pass blocking was perfect. The week before.
I got
nothing to say. Like, I'm agreeing with you guys. We're seeing each other on the same level. We're just not clicking, but yes, we're all on the same page. It's just we're not coming together or whatever. But yes, what's the next topic though? Because this is just wearing itself out.
No, it ain't
low key. Like we're just talking about this. We're talking about the same thing over and over again.
No, because this is what we've been doing for the last 20 years. This is the Raider conversation. We're going to keep having this conversation.
Listen, I know it's all going to change now. Because
let's talk about it next week. Let's talk about it next week.
We have a professional GM.
We're going to get blown out. Yeah, we're getting blown out next week. So
okay.
I'm sorry, everybody, but we're getting blown out next week.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, people could guess that. That's been the last 2 weeks. So, we were competitive in this game. Yeah, but no, I think we have a professional GM, guys. So like it matters. We went through like the process and picked the best player available in the first round. I don't know if that's ever happened for the Raiders before, guys. Like seriously. I think we're going to go through the process and we're going to interview different candidates and we're going to hire a professional, good, young head coach that's going to bring in a staff in, and we're going to go from there rather than just picking the dude that the fans and guys in the locker room wanted, right? So it's going to make a difference. It already made a difference in our first round pick. It already made a difference in our draft this year, which was a good draft, right? And with more potential. Right, as some of these players that were injured get their chance to make a stamp on a team like DeCameron Richardson and Trey Taylor. We already got something out of Glaze. We already got something, obviously, out of Bowers. There is
that free agent from Canada. The free agent from Canada, that guy that I like. What's his name? McAllister. Yeah, I like that kid.
Yeah. So if we go through the same kind of professional process for coaching hire, then I think we get a better result than just like, well, this guy, in my guts, I like him. And I really like AP. He's from my neighborhood, man. Like he coached at Long Beach Poly. I'm from Long Beach. Like, love it. But like, this ain't it. And I just, like I said, you don't learn something while you're trying to manage this crazy team at the same time. So
what's the chances that they gonna fire AP before next season? Like, give me a percentage. Like
30%.
I agree with that. About 30%. Like, what you think
said
though?
Before next season, like so it won't happen during the season.
Before the start of next season, like before the start of next season.
Oh, I would say 80%, 85%.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that.
Okay, Tom Brady didn't come here for that. I'm trying to tell you something.
Okay.
Listen, this year's already washed. This year's pretty much washed.
We are going to start to have
you got,
real professional processes.
There's no reason to fire Antonio Pierce this year unless you're trying to tank.
No, not during the year. In the offseason.
No, that's what we're talking about. Is during this year, before next year.
No.
He gets fired.
No, he's talking about before next year starts. Like if the offseason counts also. So like he's gonna get fired.
Oh, the offseason? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about this year.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh, this year I think the chance of getting fired this year is like
almost zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd have to be like lighting stuff on fire at the facility and kicking fans to get fired. So
you ain't gonna give AP more than 1 year to try to fix it, try to prove himself. You don't want to give him more than 1 year.
No, because he's not gonna change.
He's had less than a year, bro. He's got to learn. He's a rookie head coach, man. Let him learn a little bit.
That doesn't happen. They don't learn on the job. If you go back and look, rookie head coaches keep making and whatever mistakes they're making as rookies, they pretty much keep making them until they get fired. and then they changed at the next.
So why did we hire him then? Because we knew he wasn't shit when we hired him.
Well, we probably didn't know he was this bad at clock management and that he would have problems motivating players and throwing them under the bus like that.
So now the reason why we can't retain the coach because the coach can't call timeouts.
He can't call timeouts. He doesn't know how to manage when to punt and when. Those are huge things for a coach.
It is, but that comes with experience, though.
But you don't learn it by being a head coach. You learn it by sitting down and watching.
No, but to your point, though, these are things he should know being a player, right? For real. Like, I get what you're saying.
And he's been a head coach before.
Matter of fact, you can even learn this playing Madden. I get it.
Yes.
Like, I get it. But what I'm saying to you is this, though. This is what I'm saying. This leash should be short on him. Like, this year, y'all leave the Nick stall him out this year, but let next year start looking like this. Like, at the beginning, like the 5 games in, we still look like this. Then y'all might want to start talking about getting rid of him. Because
and then what? We just wasted a whole nother year.
Because the AP experiment haven't worked, right? Then we could amicably get rid of him, just like we did DA, and then we can start this process that you're talking about that I actually believe in, because Tom Brady gonna bring structure. He gonna be like, look, check this out. Y'all been doing this. We not doing it like that no more.
We doing a real coaching.
Everybody kept complaining about Mark Davis making these stupid decisions. Now we got somebody in his ear that we all kind of trust, like have football knowledge, yes. So we can go with that. But as of right now, we can't just say, all right, we got Tom Brady now, so let's go in and just scrap everything right now and just start now because it's better to cut bait earlier than later. We can't do that. We owe AP.
Why?
We owe AP. We owe AP at least a year, 2 years, because we just gave this weak ass. We just gave McDaniels.
Don't throw good money after bad. Don't throw good money
we ain't
after
losing
bad.
no money. We're not losing no money. We're not gaining that.
No, I'm saying, like, metaphorically, why would we give this dude games just because we gave another bad coach games? No, if you already know he's bad, just get rid of him.
We hire another coach, right? We hire another coach. He comes in. We hire another coach. He comes in. He goes 2-4, 2-5. We should get rid of him too.
It depends on why. It's not about the record for me. It's not the record. It's the fact that he's a motivational coach when the team comes out flat. It's the fact that he is throwing the offensive line and other players under the bus in the press. It's the fact that he is yanking a productive quarterback after 2 interceptions. It's the fact that he doesn't know when to go for it, and it's costing us games. It's the fact that I keep going. I can keep going, bro.
Keep going.
It ain't the record. You see what I'm saying?
It's the why the record is 2-5.
It's the why. You could be 2-5.
I'm sitting here, man. I'm agreeing. I'm just sitting here. I'm just listening, man. Like, I ain't arguing with it. I'm just chilling, man. But yeah, y'all right.
No, really, what this is me and bro going back and forth like we would if we was in the chat right now. This is really what this is, right? We try to have a meeting of the minds right now. It's not that I'm mad at nobody or anything like that. I'm just very passionate.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I got my feelings. But no, I think we got to just go ahead and like just rip the band off. Don't pussyfoot into the pool. Just jump in, bro. It's done. You already know. We already know. Come on, man. What's the chances? Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all this. What are the chances that AP turns it around, becomes a Super Bowl type of head coach? Percentages.
I think that's a little much. I think that's a little
much. In how many years, though? In how many years?
That's the goal,
right? How many
right?
Years?
Period. As on this job, right, in a reasonable amount of time.
In 2 years. So this year, wipe it out. In 2 years, Antonio Pierce will have us in the AFC Championship game. That's all I got to say.
I didn't say that. I said a Super Bowl caliber coach. What are the chances he becomes that? Percentages. Let's go.
Bro,
50.
Probably like
50?
Probably like 20%, 30%.
Right. So let's go ahead and move
on.
on.
Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's a player's coach. Dan Campbell's about to take his team to the Super Bowl. What about Dan Campbell? He's the player's coach.
He's not Dan Campbell. He's not Dan Campbell.
Come on, man.
But even with even with that, Dan Campbell ain't. The chances of him winning the Super Bowl ain't like 80%.
No, but it ain't 20. See what I'm
50.
saying?
No, it ain't 20. Look, Shanahan, even with the Niners, it's not like 80% the Niners gonna win the Super Bowl. Like, so
y'all
that's what I'm saying. Like,
y'all
because
being
the other day when I asked this question, I was like, so what are we talking about? Are we talking about a playoff win? Or are we talking about Super Bowl? And everybody was telling me, well, we gotta talk about winning playoff game first. So I was like, that's fine. So what are the chances of AP taking this team, the Raiders, to the playoffs and winning a playoff game? Let's start there. Can we start there?
You're asking me? Yeah, you're asking me?
John Madden won a Super Bowl. John Madden won a Super Bowl, right?
I say 7%.
Right, John Madden won one?
7?
Like 7. Yeah.
7?
Did you just hear the list of stuff that I just named I think 2 minutes ago?
I think he can motivate this team enough to win a playoff game, not to win a Super Bowl.
He can't motivate them enough to beat the Carolina Panthers in the home opener. So
no.
Come on, bro.
I was there. What you talking about?
Because we wasn't gonna be 4-2 or 6-0 right now. Even if we was good,
I wouldn't say him win the game. I said motivated. They came out flat. They quit. They was like not energized.
This team ain't even been together long enough for us to know what we got. And everybody wanted.
They've been together long enough to come out with energy with a coach that's good. Man. There's no excuse for it, bro. Like either you can motivate the team or you can't.
It's not an excuse. So I don't understand. Like even if he came out acting like this, even if he did all those things that he said, and we were 2-5,
I'd be a happy-go-lucky guy.
About fire AP.
Not me. No, I would not be talking about fire AP.
Not me either.
Yeah. Well, it's people always want to fire the head coach, but some people.
I'm trying to give AP a chance over here. God damn.
No, you didn't. Listen. No, you with me. You with me. Like I'm not, bruh. We ain't even played half a season yet. Like damn.
When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Well, if that's the case, the Raiders showed me who they was a long time ago, and we ain't winning shit. So how about that?
Yeah.
The Raiders been 2 minutes showed me who they was. I'm not even a person that's on the narcotic. That's the Raider. No, I'm a Raider. I was born. I was born a Raider. You know what I'm saying? Like I woke up every day and I saw the Coliseum. I played in that Coliseum. I grew up in that. All that. It's not a narcotic for me. I know I'm part of the DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like I get what we are. And we're hella dysfunctional. Like I said, we put the fun in dysfunctional. That's it. Listen, and I know Riddler ain't the answer.
Step by step.
I'd say that there's no fun in dysfunctional at all. So
I see this as a project where you can't, like, if the house is on fire, you can't put out everything at the same time, right? So you got to start with priorities. We got out of that shit infested stadium, literally, and now we have a world-class venue.
Don't do my stadium like that, bro.
It was shitty though.
Don't do my stadium like that though.
Come on, Mount Davis with the shit.
Don't do my stadium like that, bro.
Listen, that's my stadium too, but we gotta be real though.
No, that was bad though. Don't do the stadium like that. Because then I'll just start talking about how really Allegiant ain't got shit to do with the Raiders. The Raiders might be playing New Mexico. So
listen, but there's a whole Hall of Fame there for the Raiders. It's very.
But I bet the Raiders don't win a Super Bowl there.
Oh, they definitely will. Yeah, they definitely will. They will.
All right.
Yeah.
Win. Well, they better. I'm gonna die here pretty quick.
Win.
I mean, if we go ahead and fire AP now at the end of the season, then we can go ahead and.
He said weird because I'm gonna die pretty quick. Bro, the Raiders ain't gonna win a Super Bowl for like 20 years. What do you mean?
I'm gonna be dead by then. So
people would say that probably about Kansas City when they had lost a bunch of games in a row, hadn't won a Super Bowl since 1969, and Alex Smith was the quarterback, and then they drafted a guy.
Bro, their history is not the Raider history, bro.
No, but that's how you get out of it, man. It's
All
not
teams
like
don't come into it equal every year, bro.
no, it's not. But it's the way you get out is you have the good GM who makes good picks. I think we have that. You find the head coach, and then you find the quarterback. You got those three, you can do things.
Man, you still got to play the game. You still got to play the game.
Absolutely.
And something in the game we're going to do stupid, and the other team is going to win. Because that's what we do.
That was because we didn't have the triumphant that's necessary to keep control and keep people organized and in belief. You know, people start pressing. They doing too much because they trying to make up for the fact that we don't have the right head coach or we don't have the right quarterback, and they know it. Players ain't stupid.
I know what a Raider championship culture look like. Most of the people that's fans right now, they do not know what a Raider championship culture looks like. I'm talking about a championship culture in which the Raiders thrive in, that puts them in the best chance to win a Super Bowl. Not what makes Kansas City or the Patriots or the Chargers.
You think that we get to buck the system and not have the quarterback thing? That's the problem. Is that we believe in it. We trying to buck the system and not do the quarterback thing. It's not possible anymore. That might have worked before free agency because free agency changed everything. Now you have a salary cap. You don't have enough money to make where you can just spend whatever you want. You can't just get whoever you want. Right? So you're capped out. So that means that the quarterback becomes an even more important position. He has to make up for deficiencies on the roster. He has to be able to lift the team out of tough situations and be like a top player. That's those. Look at who wins now. Okay. Free agency changed things and Al never caught up. I love Al Davis, but he did not catch up. He didn't catch up to free agency, bro.
The only people that's been winning Super Bowl is the Patriots and the Chiefs. So all the other 30 teams philosophies don't work Chiefs, according to what
Cowboys, Niners. Come on, look at the dynasties, man. They all did the same
thing. Cowboys
since free agency. I'm talking about since free agency. The dynasties have existed. Look at who won.
Yeah, but they didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Troy Aikman, man. They won a lot of Super Bowls.
No. I mean, after that. I'm talking about after that.
The Niners won a bunch of Super Bowls after drafting Steve Young, right?
So didn't they draft Dak? Didn't they draft Dak?
Dak is not a top 5 quarterback. That's the problem. Dak is mediocre. It costs too much.
So now it's got to be a top 5 quarterback now.
Yes. All right, yes. Bro. Top 5.
That's a formula to win a Super Bowl. That's a formula to win a Super Bowl, but that ain't the formula to win a Super Bowl.
All right, tell me the times where somebody won the Super Bowl.
Quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Man.
Joe Flacco.
At least top 10.
Joe Flacco.
At least top 10. Joe Flacco's top 10 that year. Go look at his stats.
No,
he wasn't top 5. He wasn't top 5.
Every year is different.
To have a top 5 year.
He did in 2016. And we could have won that year. It's about how the quarterback actually plays in that season because that's what affects winning and losing. I don't care how you rate him on some imaginary scale. How did he play in the 16 games or 17 games? Right?
That gets you in the playoffs, but you still got to play the game.
Yeah, and if he's playing well, he's playing well. That's how that works. I'm not
how did Joe Flacco do? How did Joe Flacco do last year on the Browns when Deshaun Watson went out? Joe Flacco performed way better than Deshaun Watson, who's worth $160 million a year. And Joe Flacco came off the couch. Anything can happen any given Sunday.
Yeah, but pretty much what happens is that the teams that have really good quarterbacks, who are top 5, top 10 players, win the Super Bowl, and then the ones that don't.
What do you mean?
You go look at the winners.
The year that he lost the Super Bowl, he was the top quarterback that year.
Yeah, who did he lose to?
He was the top quarterback, though. That's why.
But he lost to what?
Play the game. You still got to play the
whole
game.
team matters, but you don't even get in. You don't get a ticket. You don't have a real chance to win if you don't have one of those guys. He lost.
What about when Roethlisberger beat the Seahawks back in like 2005 or whatever when they had Marshawn Lynch, or back in the day when they had I guess it was Matt Hasselbeck. Yeah. Matt Hasselbeck. Well, I guess
versus Roethlisberger. Think about that. Right. There you go. So you're answering your own question, guys. The more you talk about history, the more you're going to prove me right.
No, okay. Because it's.
I'm proving the point.
Well, there's a lot of teams that draft their quarterback and build the team around a top quarterback that they drafted,
good,
and then they get to the playoffs and they get their head beat in like motherfucking Cincinnati.
Who?
Like Cincinnati, like
the
Buffalo.
Bengals
yeah, Cincinnati's a good one. Cincinnati's a good one. Cincinnati's a good one.
Like
so all of them have to win. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't have a chance to win without them. Those guys are in the AFC Championship game. We wish we were there. We don't go there.
But that ain't what we was talking about. Winning.
Get him, Black. Get him.
I'm not saying they're gonna win. You're guaranteed to win the Super Bowl. Did I say guaranteed?
No, we not.
You don't have a chance without it.
We're not talking about guaranteed. We talking about, you said out of the ones that have won, this is the formula. And I'm saying formula, and I'm saying that formula, it may work, but what I'm saying is that ain't the formula, because you got all these other teams that follow that same formula and it don't work because it falls on its face.
Tell me the teams that won
the game.
Okay, but see, that doesn't matter, right? Because you're saying other teams tried the formula and it didn't work, right? Can you tell me another formula that worked? There isn't one.
What do you mean?
Name another formula that works to win Super Bowls.
I use a team. I use a formula against our own team. The one time we actually had a Super Bowl caliber team, why did we lose that game? Because we sure didn't lose to no top 5 quarterback.
What happened?
No, you tell me. Because I'm saying
our quarterback threw 5 interceptions.
We had the number 1 quarterback that year, and we didn't win.
Who threw 5?
What year are we talking about?
And where they cheated us and knew our playbook.
So you talking about.
That's my point. That's my point. You still got to play the game.
Yeah, it's not Zeus. You don't have the power of magic. You can't overcome niggas cheating and knowing your plays. But you were there in the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
We were in the Super Bowl.
We had to top everything, right? We had the top offense, the top quarterback.
In the Super Bowl.
We didn't even draft Gannon, so that wasn't even like something that we organically did.
No, that's an aberration. So already
the formula is a little different, but the reason why we lost is because you still got to play the game, because it ain't their fault that we didn't adjust to them that one game.
Let me be clear.
Correct.
The formula for winning the Super Bowl is having that top 5 to 10 quarterback, so that you have the ability to threaten to win the Super Bowl. But the formula to get that quarterback is separate, right? I think it's been pretty much proven the way you do that is you draft a quarterback that's the first overall quarterback in the draft, and then you have a 50% chance that dude hits, right? So that's the best way to get that quarterback that then can give you the chance because he's in the top 10. Now, you may do it by, picking up Rich Gannon,
Tom Brady in
the 6th round, exactly. But the chances just are low.
That nigga up knowing that was gonna happen.
No, they had no idea. They got lucky.
Yeah,
just like Brock Purdy is lucky.
Knowing that was gonna happen.
No,
Brock Purdy's lucky. Brock Purdy's real lucky.
And then not only that, the Raiders don't. We talking about all 31 other teams. The Raiders don't draft no quarterbacks good. The last good quarterback we drafted was Derek Carr, and look how we talk about him.
And listen, that's not a coincidence that we are an eternally bad team and we don't draft quarterbacks well. Those things are connected. That's the problem. We've drafted 3 quarterbacks in the first round in our history. We're not even taking shots at it. You miss every shot that you don't take.
No, bro. No, that's if you want to try that blueprint, that's not our blueprint. That is not
the blueprint. Name the other one.
Not the Raider Let me tell y'all what the Raider championship culture is.
Get lucky with a reclaimed quarterback.
Let me tell y'all what the Raider
Get lucky with a reclaimed quarterback, have a dominant offensive line and defense. Right?
This is how the Raiders win championships. You go across the league and you look at all these motherfucking misfit ass players that people talk shit about that has a lot of talent, but the environment that they're in isn't conducive for them to be creative. That's what they would call it now, creative, like to be themselves. Let me give you an example of some players like a Jack Jones, like a player that's gonna fuck up, but he gonna make a big play. So what we do is we get a bunch of we get a bunch of people like that. It ain't gotta be the whole team, but that's the core of our team. Okay, our quarterback. So that's the core of that's how the premise of the team, the quarterback position. You don't go get some college polished whatever person to lead a bunch of fucking misfits. You go get another misfit like a Gardner Minshew. I'm not saying Gardner Minshew is the nigga. What I'm saying is a person with that mentality. That was a good hire as far as mentality to lead the team. Now
there are rookie quarterbacks that have that person.
Who?
You interview them. Some of them are gritty, bro.
None of these young kids gonna be able to go tell these grown men what to do when they wearing fingernail polish, doing all kind of
hey. Cam Ward ain't wearing no fingernail polish, bro.
No, he's not talking about dudes that are in the draft. He's talking to dudes on the streets right now. But
I'm talking about grown men that's paying other grown people bills. Ain't about to listen to no young kid to try to tell them to lead them to no Super Bowl because they don't know. These young kids ain't built like that. Cam Ward ain't built like that. Not how them.
CJ Stroud's doing pretty good. CJ Stroud's doing pretty good.
Bro, okay. We're not talking about play on the field. I'm talking about, first of all, CJ Stroud
taking him over that level.
He looked non-confrontational to begin with. He running around with Amber Rose, so that's already what had me like not listen to this nigga. So I like CJ Stroud, but then he's young. So what I'm saying is, for the Raiders,
the head coach is supposed to.
They need to go get a veteran quarterback like they did with Rich Gannon, a person that has some moxie, and not somebody that has some nuts that already dropped, and then go with him.
I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that one.
And then you could draft a quarterback and groom him under that guy. That's how we want to. So that's
I agree with that. Yeah, for sure. We gotta have we don't
I'm
just throw him in there.
I'm over that one.
Yeah, we agree on that. Just don't throw the rookie in there. You gotta have a veteran that he can learn from that's gritty. You know?
Yeah, because we was doing that because we brought in Plunkett. Plunkett, we didn't have Plunkett wasn't ours. He was washed up. And then we had quarterbacks coming under him, and we was trying, but Plunkett played so nice with it, and he won Super Bowl. Like it was hard to. We just couldn't draft the right guy because, like you said, we don't have enough experience in doing it because we always usually in the middle of the pack or one game away from the playoffs.
Right.
So who's like that now? Who's like that now that we could get Kirk Cousins? He's about the only veteran quarterback there is out there besides Tannehill.
No, see, but the thing about Tannehill, I don't necessarily like the Tannehill signing, but he would give us some stability. Like he would give us some stability, even more.
So you looking at for next year or whatever? Like you looking at years? Yeah. So like I think we're gonna probably go into the offseason and try to acquire that quarterback in the offseason if Ritter is not him, because Ritter could be a bridge quarterback. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, give you a player that is similar to what you're probably going to end up drafting, right? Most likely. We're going to draft a mobile quarterback, either Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward or even Drew Aller. All those guys move, right? And so having a quarterback that's starting that has similar skill set, so you know, could be advantageous, right?
Yeah,
and he's a mediocre guy.
Yeah, don't go get a night and day quarterback. Like why y'all do
that? Who are you going to get this year besides Joe Flacco? Or Kirk Cousins, what veteran quarterback are you going to go out and get right now? Russell Wilson, Joe Flacco, Kirk Cousins. What quarterback are you going to go get right now that's going to be that guy to save your franchise?
Because they wouldn't be free agents if they could. That's the point.
You know who we should have got?
So Ritter is probably the best you're going to get.
We should have got Russell Wilson.
We should have.
We should have got Russell Wilson, and we could have got him for the low.
Yep.
Should have, would have, could have, though.
Denver would have paid the bill. Look, Mexico was going to pay for the wall, and we said no.
Yeah.
We said no.
Yep. No, I agree, but the point is that should have, would have, could have. That shit's in the past now. So that's
no. But you just asked. You just asked. But But now who
we gonna get next year is what I asked. Who we gonna get next year?
I don't know who the free agents are. Maybe we can look that up. But if you want to say, just to throw some names out, like a quarterback like a Kirk Cousins, but he costs a lot of money though because
that's the problem.
What he come with.
We can't spend that much.
Let me think. No, not if we trying to bring in a young rookie quarterback that we gonna end up needing to pay when he do get good.
And we trying to spend some money on free agency to plug holes and shit. So next year you got Mac Jones.
Running back. We need running
back. We ain't got much money. So who we gonna get next year? That's what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna go through a list of free agents that'll be available. So we have Mac Jones, former Patriot.
Geno Smith, he'll be a free agent.
Case Keenum.
No, keep going. Don't even say nothing about it. I'll tell you.
Jimmy G.
No, thank you.
Get a second chance at redemption.
You don't even play now.
Depending on what happens with his contract, Sam Darnold might be available.
No.
Not a fan.
Brissett was all on a 1-year deal, so he'll be available.
Negative Ghost Rider.
No, negative Ghost Rider.
Tyler Hanke is going to be
out.
No, thank you. Might as well bring in McGloin at this point. Bring in McGloin.
Yeah, bring in McGloin, right. Keep going.
Marcus Mariota.
No, straight. We did that.
We
saw that movie.
Yeah,
Drew Lock is out there. You don't want to see Drew Lock out there, guys?
No, I don't need that. I don't need that in my life.
He was garbage.
Okay. The one that got away, guys. Jarrett Stidham. Should we bring him on back?
No, because I told y'all AOC about to beat him in a minute. I already told y'all that.
Andy Dalton. Oh, breaking news! Andy Dalton got into a car accident this evening.
Andy Dalton, the one dude that we might have said yes to gets into a fatal car accident. Like
it's not fatal. He's 37.
Oh, thank God.
Justin Fields will be a free agent.
No. But Andy Dalton,
I know who you want. Jameis Winston will be available.
Yes.
Look at that boy smile. Look at that boy smile.
This guy and Jameis Winston. Every time. I already know.
Hey, but you know what, though?
But you know who else is going to be a free agent? Joshua Dobbs. I'm going to back up and let you guys go.
Hell no.
No? No, not Josh Dobbs? Okay.
No, but check this out.
I don't like Josh Dobbs.
Western's gonna fix it in the comments. He's gonna defend.
If we got Shador, he'll be Winston would be perfect for Shador.
Yeah, I can see that. Not Easton Stick, the backup quarterback for the Chargers. That
Easton Stick, the one we put 70+ on. That Easton Stick, that guy. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Cooper Rush, guys. Cooper Rush. That's the one. Right?
Now wait a minute. Now he don't have no moxie though, but he's a sleeper.
Cooper, really?
He's a sleeper. Okay. He played good for Dallas.
Yeah, I can see that as a bridge guy. Yeah.
So what about God damn, what's that motherfucker's name? Damn. All right, continue. I'll think of it.
So what that tells me is we don't even got no choices for next year.
I mean, Russell might be a free agent. There's a Kyle Trask, Nick Mullins. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Brett Riffin.
Nick Mullins is a definite no. No, I ain't about that life.
Tommy DeVito from the Giants. No. You see what we're working with, people?
Yeah, you see what we're working with?
That's why we got to draft.
Yeah, we got to draft now for sure. We definitely got to draft.
The best quarterback on this list is Sam Darnold, guys.
No,
by far.
Sam Darnold ass was almost out the league. Don't play with us.
He good this year, though.
No, the only reason why Sam Darnold got action again is because the Niners gave him one last stop, and he ended up going somewhere, and he capitalized on the situation. He did a Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying?
Baker.
Now, every quarterback that get in that situation don't get over that mountaintop. So, and that's because. And that happens because you just happen to hit the right storm at the right time because Sam Darnold ain't him like that, but they put him in an environment where he was like, I'm playing with house money, and they was playing with house money too. and they messed around and won some games. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they probably gonna re-sign him.
Yeah, Sam Darnold probably.
What if some crazy shit happened, dude?
I wouldn't mind. Oh, go ahead.
What if Jared Goff, the quarterback for the Rams, they drafted a quarterback and Jared Goff became a free agent? Would you want him to mentor a quarterback or not?
You talking about Stafford?
Is Stafford the one with the Rams?
Yeah, Stafford's with the Rams. Goff is
so if for some reason the Rams draft a quarterback and Stafford becomes a free agent, you want him to teach this rookie? Because I'm down for that shit.
Yes.
No, he better take us to the playoffs.
Well, that's like the ultimate, that's a super bridge. That right there is a super bridge where it's like
but
you got
a shot at the Super Bowl. The Rams are terrible this year.
Bridge. Yeah, now that's perfect, right? That's like Montana with the Chiefs.
Right. Now I see Dobbs up there, right? Now if we wanted to bring in Dobbs for the rest of this season, I can see that because after about week 6, the whole league catches up with Dobbs every single time. No matter what team he go to, he'll come out the first 4 weeks balling, and then it'll be over for him.
It's kind of true.
That's not true?
No, I said it's kind of true. I don't want to put my boy out, but it's
because I'll be like, damn, why he don't stay on no team? And then
Jameis Winston's so weird. I don't think he can stay the leader of a team because he's going to do something so strange. They just be like, okay, that's too much. I don't know.
He's kind of a fucking weirdo. Low key.
I think Jacoby Brissett is actually an interesting name there because he can still move. He still has a good arm. He's a smart player. He's like ultimate bridge. And, I think he can kind of do all that little team management, leadership stuff that you need out of a quarterback. And I watched Jacoby Brissett put us in some funky positions numerous times.
Yeah, but he ain't got that. He ain't got that mentality. We don't need one of them quiet ass. We don't need one of them quiet ass quarterbacks that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why Jameis is almost don't really fit for us. But out of all the quarterbacks that you said, that would be the one I would have to probably take, just based on I know he can play the position. But I wouldn't even his personality said is better.
If you're talking about like personality, Mason Rudolph.
He needs to play like with the Niners.
There you go. You want a personality quarterback? Get Mason Rudolph in there.
Man, no, see, but his skill set don't.
It's too.
I need
low.
your skill set to be at the level or better than your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
But
what about taking a flyer on Wentz? Carson Wentz?
Y'all legit don't want to entertain Geno Smith at all. You don't want to entertain Geno Smith at all, for real?
He's not on here. They're going to resign him. He's not going to be a free agent.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Really?
My brother's a Seattle fan. They're not. I'm telling you.
Geno Smith.
He ain't on there, but he's going to be a free agent. I'm telling you that.
He's one of those. He's a very good bridge. Look what he bridged for the Seahawks. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. He overachieving right now, though.
Yeah. But I was saying, what about, our boy Carson Wentz?
Where is he playing right now?
Currently, Carson is. He's a Chief.
He played the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's a backer for the Chiefs.
Oh shucks. All it takes is for him to get in the game and throw like 3 touchdowns. He's going to start somewhere.
He probably won't get in the game.
I could go with Carson Wentz.
Yo, 100% I go with Carson Wentz.
Huh?
Big. But yeah, he's a big guy. He can play well enough that we should be able to, field a competitive team. Yeah. He's got moxie for sure. Right. I think that might be an idea, and he knows the Chiefs playbook too. You can pick his brain.
Man, we need a quarterback that know our playbook before we can figure out what somebody else.
That was dirty, bro.
Yeah, it's real though. It's real. So let's focus on the game because we're gonna get short on time, guys. So. Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, it's Chiefs week, and I will be in the stadium on Sunday.
For free. You don't got to pay for your tickets, right?
how? Let's not talk about anything like that.
Hey, check
I'll
it
just
out.
be there.
I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay to go to that game because it's going to be embarrassing.
Okay, go ahead and start us off. What do you see happening there, A-Train, in the game?
I see us getting blown the fuck out.
Let's start with offense. Our offense, their defense. Any ideas of how that's going to go? What do you think is going to be?
Offensive pass yards. Over 113, under 200. Touchdowns, 0. Interceptions, 3. Rushing yards. Rushing yards. I'm going to say you'd be lucky to break 150, under 200, and we're going to get blown out. And we're going to lose. We're going to lose by at least 15 points. Bookmark that. And I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be like the negative cat in here, but dude, we're about to walk in to Kansas City, Arrowhead right now, with Gardner Minshew, who just got done throwing 4 picks, Aiden O'Connell, who's hurt, Desmond Ritter, who hasn't even read the playbook yet, and we're about to get destroyed. And then we're going to go against the Bengals. We're going to get destroyed against the Bengals. And then Ritter will finally come in after the bye week, and maybe we win 2 or 3 more games before the season's over. And I'm sorry, but that's just it.
All right. So he gave us the full season preview.
The whole season.
That's a bonus. Just asking for offense versus defense, but that's fine. All right. Black, what do you see in the game? What's your opinion of how this goes?
He just gave you the ooh-wop to the whole drop.
Yeah, he did.
No, but I'm glad he said that, although he kind of inaccurate in a little bit of that, but it's cool. But if y'all think Ritter gonna win us a couple of games and Minshew can't win us none, y'all, that's weird. But I think, look, we can't match up on paper like how this game gonna go. Like, of course, our offense against their defense, we're gonna lose. Our defense against their offense, we're gonna lose. So the thing about it is this: they're not gonna go undefeated. They're gonna lose at some time. They're probably the best team in the NFL, and if any team that could beat them, I'm talking about with the perfect storm going on, it could be the Raiders. The Raiders are playing at home, you know what I'm saying? So they have action there. It's not like the Chiefs are hitting on all the cylinders that they need to be hitting on. They're doing just enough to win the game. And as long as the Raiders don't do shit like turn the ball over too much and couple that with penalties, then we should have action at the game. We should be able to win the game. I'm thinking my boy gonna put it on his back. I was disappointed how he did play last game, but that's not a microcosm of who he has been this whole time. The turnovers are, but I'm talking about that's not who he is as a quarterback for us. Because like I said, I see a lot of plays that he's already done that no other quarterback is going to be able to do for this year. Like even when your boy was in the game, he wasn't throwing the ball 20 yards down the field consistently more than once. Like,
It's one of those again. So like, all right. So Kansas City has been a running team this season. They've run the ball successfully. Travis Kelce has had a subpar year. So what that means is they're going to run for over 200 yards against us. Travis Kelce is going to break out, have a 10-catch, 180-yard performance with 3 touchdowns, and we're going to get absolutely dog-walked like 41-10.
Yep, I agree.
Be ready for that. That's what's happening, guys.
Yeah, there's no Santa Claus anymore
until he gets fired at the end of the year. So prepare for this. Since, like you said, Cincinnati is going to dog walk us, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Fix everybody's problems as we go through the season. Just repairing.
Santa Claus only comes on Christmas. Santa Claus only comes on Christmas, dude.
Or when the Raiders show up. Yeah.
It's going to be embarrassing.
Yes. So, but we're going to take our lumps. For the first time, we're going to take it. And then we're going to draft. No, they're not that good, but we are that bad. Did you see what happened
No,
in Carolina?
we're not that bad, though. That's the whole thing. We're not.
Oh, but we are, though.
We definitely are.
No,
what our record says we are.
You want us to be. You want us to be one of the top 5 weakest team in the league, but we're not.
No, I mean, it would be the smart thing to
We're
do.
not.
Drop the record. Drop the record to them.
Bottom 5 of the league.
Drop the record. Hey, let's talk about how we lost to Carolina, the worst team in the league, right? Yeah, we lost to Carolina. We got blown out by Andy Dalton.
Our wins are scrape by wins against Cleveland, and then aberration where we made a comeback against Baltimore. And every other game we got dog walked.
So the losses mean a lot, but the wins mean a little.
When you only have like 2, and one is like.
And look who you lost to. And look who you lost to.
Blown out by bad teams. Denver is not good. Carolina is not good, bro.
No, Denver and Carolina were considered the worst teams in football until we lost to them.
Yeah, then we just taught them how to be good again.
See, y'all be playing the game on paper.
Not Carolina, but
first of all, this is why I don't understand. Like y'all been Raider fans for
35 years in the corner down here.
The Chargers is always a toss-up game. We always gonna either split with them or whatever or not, right? The Chargers.
When we win the Super Bowls, we dog walk them every year.
No, hold on. Like every year, we can split with them, right? Every year, no matter what the record is, no matter what the team is, we can split with them. We lost to the Chargers. The Broncos, same thing with them. We've been beating their ass for 3 years now. Non-stop. And y'all think we supposed to still be doing that. No, they're going to win sometime.
They have a bad team, but their team is bad.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
That means our team is bad too, though.
They could be the number 1 team in the division. It doesn't matter. If we can be the last team in the division, we can beat them.
We are. But this is the thing we didn't know. My point is we keep moving the bad teams because we're bad.
All right, whatever. So I get whatever.
I mean,
y'all act like
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying with the whole.
Why did we beat Kansas City last year? Then we wasn't good
because Kansas City last year was a fluke, bro.
No.
You know what, bro?
No.
Check it out. We have the same team minus injuries on defense and our offensive line, huh?
We had a formula, and the formula was we ran the football and we played really good defense. Those things go together.
Well,
and it gives
the formula is the same, except now
we can't run the ball.
Exactly. We have no offensive line. We can't run the ball. So it doesn't matter. I'm talking about I'm talking about this year. This year, not last year. This year, there's no way you beat the Chiefs, you lose to the Broncos again, and you get destroyed by the Chargers because our team is deflated as it gets right now. And on top of that, we have 3 coaches in our division that are better than the one that we have.
So you said the team is deflated, eh? Just whose job is that
to
fix? Who's that?
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying, yeah, you're right. This year is not the same as last year. Maybe we're running off fumes last year. Maybe last year.
You know what we ran in the Kansas City game? We had Zeus and we ran power concepts because he's good at that. And he ran all over them. And you know what we did this year? You know what we did this year? We put Zeus in.
I didn't see him blast back there. Oh my God.
We Kansas City the same way that we beat them last year, man.
No, I'm just saying there was a formula that worked. And then we said, let's throw that out the window.
So you don't think we can come up with a formula to win this year? Like, no.
Let me hear it. Yo, Black, let me hear your formula to beat Kansas City next week. Let me hear it, dude. Let me hear it, dude.
Yeah, it's this week.
This week. Let me hear it, dude. What do? You run the ball? Is that what you're about to say?
But we can't run it, though. We're not good at that.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. We're going to lose this game. It's going to be embarrassing.
Badly. Yeah. I don't understand.
You can't throw the ball against Kansas City.
Are you asking me?
You don't have any wide receivers.
You got a little answer. Are you asking the question and answering it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
This is what we should do then. Like the way y'all talking, we shouldn't even show up at Kansas City. Like, why risk anybody getting injured?
I know we got to give guys reps.
Here's the formula to beat Kansas City. Like, you still got to play the game. You line up and you just play the game. You get a play. You have the O-line block, and then we call plays, and we execute the plays with what we have. Like, the run game is getting better, so at least they got to at least respect the run game. And we got to rely on our defense. That's what we planned on doing from the beginning of the year anyway. So what we finally need out of our defense is to get multiple game turnovers. It was beautiful to see them get a turnover last week. And that's what kept us in the game. That one turnover. One turnover. So
he could have scored.
Are we going to have to play out our body to win? Yeah, but we ain't got to get all the way out our body. We capable of making them turn the ball over because we can get after Mahomes. It ain't like that. We got to worry about Pacheco like that. It ain't like we got to worry about their receivers like that.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm changing my prediction. Chiefs 38, Raiders 17. There you go.
You forget that the reason the Raiders have lost most of their games this year is because of penalty yards and fumbles. Do you not realize that we have the highest fumble rate in the NFL right now? Do you not realize that our penalty yards are probably 70% higher than they were last year, if not higher than that? We lose these games.
Are you saying that we are fumbling the ball a lot? We have a high rate of missed tackles, and
we lose our own games. We lose our own games because we almost beat the Rams, and we had over 70 yards in penalties and 40. And 4 turnovers and over 70 yards in penalties, and we almost won.
Who's responsible for that sort of
Our defense didn't do bad. Our defense didn't do that bad.
Is it? Because I think like a head coach is probably like the one that you kind of look to make sure that the team doesn't have a bunch of turnovers, penalties. Right, and missed tackles. Is that just me or?
Once again, I agree with you. No, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, but people be like, "Oh, we got to keep the coach." We doing everything bad that coaches are supposed to help you do good. What gets you fired then?
No, you're right. You know what I mean? But I'm just talking about why we won't win against the Bengals and the Chiefs because we're going to kill ourselves like we have done here the past 6 weeks. That's all I'm saying.
If the team doesn't kill itself, then AP will freeze up in the clutch and get conservative while he gambles away chances early in the game. So.
But that same brain tells you we about to get a practice squad quarterback and win some games.
I didn't say that. No, but we could see that he has something that's worth developing, right? And that he could be the bridge quarterback, or maybe we get hella lucky. We roll, doubles 5 times in a row or something.
You don't think Arizona would have put him on the roster if he was worth?
They did. They hit him on the practice squad. He want to protect the practice squad players.
You're not hitting while you're on the practice squad because any team can claim you, so you're not hitting.
No, you can protect a certain amount of players or whatever, right? But the point is this: is he most likely going to be good? No, but that's how most of these quarterbacks are.
Squad, somebody would have claimed his ass, even if not even knowing what he does. They would have claimed his ass. You can't hide. The
rest of the league is really down on AOC, bro. Like they used to. I heard scouts audibly like boo when he was at the combine when people were talking about him getting drafted or whatever. Like
it's only these Raider fans that think AOC something. That boy is garbage pail kid.
The lack of mobility.
I heard that for so long, bro. I ain't thought of the garbage pail kids for so long. That's taking me way back, dude.
Yeah, man. I got all kinds of cards like going through my head right now.
Yeah, legit.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gen X. Good stuff. But garbage pail kids. But yeah, yeah, what's up? That was their thing. Garbage patch.
Yeah.
But yeah, we probably don't have, an all-star player in Ritter. We may have a bridge quarterback, right? Maybe. which could be
He
something.
did play with Tucker. He played with Tucker in Cincinnati. I mean, they got a little bit of chemistry.
They got chemistry and synergy and all that good stuff from playing together. He is a mature player. He worked with the Palmers, Jordan Palmer, lived with him for a while. You know what I mean? Jordan Palmer has really good things to say about him, which is usually a good sign for a quarterback.
Your Western Conference out here getting it right now. He says Chiefs ain't hitting on all cylinders, but they're gonna hit against us. Let's be real here. I know it's any given Sunday, but Kermit and Company gonna froggish. Kermit and Company gonna get froggish elite, dude. Like, respect Western. Like, yeah, we losing this game. Nobody get your hopes up, dog. Winston is the guy. There's your dog right there, dog. Winston is the guy.
You didn't make your prediction. I don't think Black made his prediction. Did you make your prediction?
Yo, get some.
I don't know. I'm not going as far as say Raiders gonna win the game, but what I'm saying is they have a very good chance to win the game for the simple fact that records don't matter when it comes to the teams we play in our division. Like, I don't know why we don't know that. Like, we known that for years that the Chiefs been at the top of the division, and there's chances that we could win. So,
but we don't though. They usually just whoop on us.
No, we don't. But we won last year. But I guess it's
that's
a
like
fluke
the first
now.
time in we only beat them one time in 14.
So basically, we hired a coach based on a fluke. That's what we get. That's what I'm being told.
Hopefully, we hired him for that one game. I think we hired him because the fan base and the team basically demanded it. They said we're not doing Versace again or revolt, and so he said, "Listen, I'll just comply because if I don't, whoever I hire in here, you're just gonna tear them down like you know from the beginning. So give them enough rope to hang themselves."
The whole stadium after the Broncos game was chanting AP. That whole stadium was.
The Raiders gonna win this week. The Raiders gonna win this week.
Nope.
I don't know.
They don't win next week either. But at least they don't lose in their bye. At least they don't lose in their bye.
But then they're gonna come off the bye and win a couple games with a quarterback that couldn't earn a backup position. Like, that don't even make sense.
They probably won't win any of those games, but he may play well enough that we're like, okay, because the rest of the team is bad.
Playing well enough is winning the game, not losing it and looking good while you losing it.
I mean, if the team is bad, you can't expect them to overcome that.
Yeah, the Raiders is
bridge.
Bro, what, bro? I'm about to.
They're not bad. Why are they
losing? So Gardner Minshew can be a good quarterback, but with this team and this offensive coordinating crew and this coach and these injuries, if he was on a different team, I'm not saying Gardner can't be good. I'm just saying this is not the right place for him right now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's
I watch WSU a lot.
Nobody. Las Vegas is not the right place for nobody.
No, yeah.
Well, it better be soon.
He can. What I would expect to see from him is that he uses his mobility and running ability to make up for some bad offensive line plays. That he makes some smart reads and shows that he can go through his progressions and stuff like that. And yeah, he can get sacked and he's going to have a tough time, but he's also had a full year as a rookie quarterback and he's a mature person who should be ready to deal with starting. So,
dude, Breeza has got your back, bro. These guys, this dude or this girl or whatever, she's all about that Winston life, bro. So I hope that happens.
He is fire in the West Coast, to be real.
Yeah, I've been saying Winston too. But I'm telling y'all right now, this boy about to come in and throw 2 touchdowns and 5 picks.
Probably. Yeah, probably. But you never know. You never know.
No, I do know.
Wait. Hold on. Please explain this to me. How is Mark Davis a penny pincher?
Huh?
I want put it in the chat. What did he pinch pennies on? Because I don't understand. Because it seems like we have state of the art stuff, and he spends all the monies.
No, that ain't. Don't give Mark Davis too much credit for that stadium. Let's not do that either, though.
Listen,
but he's not a penny pincher now because he got some money. But the way he ran the Raiders in Oakland, you can't just absolve how That's why we ain't been nothing because of how he's
been
running it.
He couldn't. The team was so bad, and the ticket prices were so low. With so much, they didn't even have enough money in escrow to sign top free agents. When you sign a top free agent, right? That whole signing bonus that they agreed to, you got to go put that in the bank.
The Raiders was good when they came.
We did not have the cash to do that in Oakland.
How no? Because he was mismanaging it.
Because the team was
Raiders
not
was
great
winning when he came back.
Winning what?
I guess you don't remember we went to the Super Bowl and we was in the AFC
Championship. You talking about under Gannon, who then left, was traded away by Al Davis?
No, I'm talking about you. We were talking. Anyway, this is the point I want to make. The Raiders is not worse than the Patriots. The Raiders is not worse than the Browns. Although we lost to them, we're not worse than them.
No, we beat the
Browns. We're not worse than the Titans.
Okay.
Hold on, let me. So we worse than the Giants too?
I mean, probably, yeah.
Oh, so no, you talking about when we're healthy or right now?
Right now.
No.
Because healthy is different.
So basically, because the Panthers is 1-6. They only win is against us, which I told y'all they was only gonna win that one game. Because
you did say that.
Dalton, that was only a hype for that week. So we might be really in the bottom 5 of the league.
Yeah. You're getting that.
I mean, the Broncos
keep on this.
The Broncos weren't shit. The Broncos weren't shit, and now look at them, dude. You know, Kier knows I'm an Oregon fan, bro. Me and Kier both wanted Bo Nix. Me and Kier, he don't want to hear. He don't want to hear like out on the waves or whatever. Me and Kier both would have taken Bo Nix, and guess what? Look what Bo Nix is doing right now.
Bro, don't act like Bo Nix is doing that, bro. Bo Nix is not that good, bro.
Okay, you'll see.
They 4-3.
He's still a rookie,
bro.
And he's a rookie.
No, you said look at what Bo Nix is doing, like he out there doing. Like, come on, bro.
He like rookie. He's like rookie quarterbacking it. That's what you do. You just kind of keep it. You make a play here or there. You can see the arm strength. You can see the athleticism running for 60, 70 yards in a game. You can see that the leadership is there. You can see the poise is there, right? So also, it's just him getting more comfortable, being given more of a leash, but he has all the skills.
So is Bo Nix in year 1 better than Justin Herbert in year 1?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I remember Justin Herbert's first year.
Yes, or close to it. The team is horrible, so it's hard to judge. Like compared to the Chargers had a good team. No, they had a good defense. They had weapons.
Keenan Allen, what's his name? That running back they had.
Yeah, they had.
They was at the bottom of the division when he came. That's why they got him.
Well, we were at the bottom of the division. I mean,
no, they was under us.
Are you sure?
The Chargers ain't been better than us since they got Justin Herbert.
They kind of have though.
How? When we beat them, you know what, bro?
He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing, baby. He wasn't playing that game.
They've had like better record overall.
The only player on the Broncos is Patrick Surtain that you can tell me the name of. The only player you can tell me the name of on the Broncos is Patrick Surtain, and then what's his name? Their old ass wide receiver. What's his name?
Cortland Sutton. He's not old.
Cortland Sutton. Those are the only 2 dudes you could name off the Broncos right now if you're not a Broncos fan.
He just looks old because he's tired.
The reason why I brought that up is this. There's no way Bo Nix is better than Justin Herbert at any point in his career. And Justin Herbert ain't did shit. So I don't understand why y'all think that.
Go ahead.
So I don't know why y'all think that Bo Nix is just him right now. Like the first 2 years that Justin Herbert came out, he broke all these records. Yeah, all these passing yards and all that, and everybody was talking about how great he was. And I was like, man, he ain't that good in a game. His stats look good, but in a game,
he doesn't have. You look at those 2 quarterbacks and their mental makeup, and it's like night and day. Bo Nix is a gamer. Bo Nix has grit. Bo Nix will stick his face in there. Justin Herbert is kind of soft, bro.
He's soft.
Let's talk about it
Herbert,
with
Justin
our boy
Herbert
Western Conference.
Isn't Justin Herbert usually in the top 5 quarterback conversation?
No.
Top 10 even? Justin Herbert?
Barely, maybe.
No,
maybe.
He's always in that conversation.
Yeah.
I promise you, Bo Nix will never be in that conversation.
You're gonna eat
never.
those words. You're gonna eat those words.
Why are you so mad about that? Why are you so mad about that though?
I'm not. I don't want him to.
I thought I was talking
because
men.
But I think
stop
he
acting like
definitely can be.
Bro.
But go ahead.
You're talking about mad. Ain't nobody mad. I'm just making a point. Why you want me to talk soft to you?
Oh, baby. He wants you to sing like the Temptations.
Bo Nix is not going to be in the top 10 never in his career.
Yeah.
Yes, he will. You're going to eat those words. But go ahead. What do you think?
Bo Nix will never be better than Justin Herbert. Sorry.
Oh, he will be. Because Justin Herbert's not that good. Go ahead.
Never. And I don't even like Justin Herbert.
I think you're clear, Western.
I think they both got talent, man. I like Herbert. I like Bo Nix too.
You're not helping with the Herbert thing, man.
But
dislike him.
Hey, I'm just being honest. I mean, I ain't trying to choose sides or be biased, but I think Herbert has talent. I think he has the arm, but I definitely think that Bo Nix has the higher ceiling. And I definitely think that he could be a top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
But
the difference is
I don't want him to be though. But I don't want him to.
No.
Right?
Please.
How many seasons before he in that conversation?
Next year.
I don't want to reach that far. I
watch.
Don't want to
reach. He's close right now. All he needs to do is be comfortable with an off season and add some weapons, and then he'll be throwing the ball around, doing all that kind of stuff, bro. That's what he does.
I'd say within 3 to 5 years.
Look at how weak the top 10 is. We're like Herbert might be in it, and we don't even like him.
3 to 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Justin Herbert has already been in the league that long, and he was in that conversation since the second year he was in the league.
Does he have a clutch victory at all in his career?
But this is my thing about Bo Nix. They didn't even score no points until they played us. But now, how next year he gonna be in the top 10 conversation of quarterbacks already?
He threw like 26 interceptions his rookie season.
Bro, we already know that he is not Peyton Manning. Stop that.
No, he's not.
Did Aiden O'Connell throw a touchdown after the first quarter when we beat the Chiefs? Did Aiden O'Connell throw a touchdown after the first quarter when we beat the Chiefs? Do you need to throw touchdowns to beat a team? No, you don't, because Aiden O'Connell did it, and he's the Mahomes player, is whatever it's calling him.
You know this, Blake.
All you need is
43 things you got to do as a quarterback before you ever throw the football. And Bo Nix knows how to do all those things. He knows when to scramble. He's athletic enough to do it. He's got a strong arm. He's accurate. He's smart, and the team follows him. So that's a lot.
No, that's
and the team has a winning record when they thought they were trash.
That's a prerequisite to be a competent NFL quarterback. That don't make
we don't have that
quarterback.
We don't have that.
No. First of all, Bo Nix is not. You know what, bro?
All right, don't do it. We'll
wait. We'll wait because I always have the patience to wait this shit out because I did this already with people talking about Justin Herbert weak ass. I did the same thing about Joe Burrow. Everybody talking about Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow already?
No. I was like, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about. I told y'all Joe Burrow damn near didn't hit his ceiling already. No different than Josh Allen. Josh Allen might win a Super Bowl. Maybe even Joe Burrow might win a Super Bowl.
That's better than
they already had them the top 1, 2, 3, and 4 quarterbacks in the league already. I was
if they win a Super Bowl, that's one of the best then.
Yeah, right? That's the top of the food chain.
Super Bowl already.
I would love
to have a Super Bowl already. Like them quarterbacks ain't better than
quarterback like Joe
Matt
Burrow.
Stafford. Like,
okay, you asking people to be Stafford? Stafford is a goddamn magician. Come on, man.
Stafford is a great
but we're ranking NFL quarterbacks. Which he not an NFL quarterback?
But people all-time great.
But people will put Matt Stafford underneath both of them right now.
That's because they don't. They don't know football. That's not fair.
No shit. But that's what I'm saying.
A healthy Stafford, and maybe it's like healthy Stafford and Mahomes are like boop boop boop.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And nobody's talking about the Philly quarterback. Like, what's his name?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, dude. Nobody's even brought up Jalen Hurts. Like, that's how insignificant. Like, Josh Allen. Nobody's talked about Josh Allen. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, you look at teams and shit in every division and who the best quarterbacks are and shit. And we're talking about Bo Nix and we're talking about fucking Justin Herbert. And there's, like, Lamar Jackson shit out there. Like, we don't care. Is the nation, like, is the fan base all we care about, bro? Is, like, who we fucking play, dude. Like, our division rivals, bro. Like, that's it. Check it out. What about dude the Falcons picked up? What happens if goddamn, what's his name, Kier?
Penix. Michael Penix.
Penix, dude, what happens if Penix comes out and he's just a bust and worse than Bo Nix? Then what are you gonna say?
I would be
his first year. His first year he does worse than Bo Nix. Then what are you gonna say?
You don't say nothing about a first year. That's why I don't understand how you could already say that he's gonna be in the top 10 next year. Like,
because you
don't say nothing about their first year. You don't really judge a quarterback to his third year.
Yeah.
So why are you judging the guy then? How are you judging him? It's his first year, bro.
You know what, bro? Let me tell you why. The reason why, because we are making a comparison. The comparison was this. People say that Justin Herbert is in the top 10 quarterback already, right? Because of his first 2 years. So I'm saying he's not going to be as good as him. He's not even as good as him right now in his first year. So y'all see something in Knicks that I don't see, right? So I'm like, well, if he's even comparable to Justin Herbert, then maybe I can see that. But I don't even think they're comparable. Herbert. But y'all
they're not the same type of player. They're not the same type of player.
I'm not talking about how they play. I'm talking about their effect on the game and their ability to lead their team to win a playoff game.
Quarterbacks like Herbert are able to come in and be effective immediately because they're conservative, ball managers, game manager guys. That's what he is. He's a game manager guy who happens to be a little athletic and has a strong arm. But his mind is a game manager. So he's effective quickly. Bo Nix is a gunslinger. Bo Nix is going to throw it in there. He's going to try to Bo Nix is going to scramble and juke 3 dudes, right? And then run it 50 yards, right? So it's not going to happen. Herbert's not going to do that.
So that's going to make him a top 10 quarterback after 1 year?
No, he's only played 6 games. We don't know what he's going to be in 2 or 3 years. Herbert's had 3 years, bro.
No, he's what? 4, 5
years. I'm judging their first year. Y'all
quarterbacks have different progressions. Quarterbacks have different progressions. You don't go the same.
So that's why I asked you how long, and Bruh said 3 to 5, which made sense to me. That made sense to me. Like if you was to say in 3 to 5 years he'll be a top 10 quarterback, I'll be like, okay, I can see that.
But is that great quarterbacks progress?
What you said was next year, and I was like, damn. Well, what am I missing about him?
Because that's how it works. Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, all those guys who ascended to top 5 quarterbacks, it didn't take 3 to 5 years.
And I was saying they're not top 5 quarterbacks.
But they are, though.
That's the league saying that.
Who's better, though?
Who's better than what? I told y'all.
All right, name the top 5 and name those guys.
I gave you an example.
Okay, Stafford,
Mahomes, Stafford. But they're not gonna put Stafford up there. They're gonna put Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and who else? Lamar Jackson. All these niggas that got good numbers, but when it come down to playing the game, they can't win that game. That's what my issue is.
So what are you gonna do? If Bo Nix takes the Broncos to the playoffs this year? If Bo Nix takes the Broncos to the playoffs this year? Are you going to say that you were wrong or what? Because Herbert didn't take the Chargers to the playoffs his first year.
What?
I said if Bo Nix takes the Broncos to the playoffs his first year, you're going to say that you're wrong because Herbert didn't take the Chargers to the playoffs his first year.
No, that don't make him a top 10 quarterback.
It makes him better than Herbert, though.
Bro, I don't think neither one of them is. I don't think neither one of them is that. But even if he do take them weak ass Denver Broncos to the playoffs, that don't make him a top 10 quarterback because he did it. It won't be because of him.
Oh,
it would be because
he wouldn't be top 10.
Bro,
yeah,
the reason why they beat us wasn't because of Bo Nix. Like, what are y'all talking about?
No,
Bo Nix didn't kill us.
He low key did though a little bit.
Low key.
Well, the reason we beat the Chiefs wasn't because of Aiden O'Connell. So
we had to play a certain kind of like defense where we're caught in the middle, right? You can't really just like blitz him because he can just run and beat the blitz that way, right?
We just suck. The point is, we just suck.
He has a strong arm.
The Raiders did not lose because Bo Nix. Yes, Raiders did not lose because Bo Nix was running around, hurdling niggas, throwing the ball, being cerebral, being leader of men. That ain't why we lost to Denver.
It didn't hurt. His play didn't hurt. That's my point. So usually rookies hurt you. So especially gunslingers. So I just see it. It's exactly what I thought would be how he play. I was like, he's not gonna play great because the team around him sucks, and it's exactly what's happening. But you can see that like the potential is there.
Oh yeah,
we get it, right, Western? Yeah, we get it. It's over. It's okay. It's okay. I'm willing to admit it, even though he's a Bronco.
This has got to be the best show ever, dog.
They're gonna get rid. They're gonna. They're gonna keep Peyton. Sean Payton. They're not going to get rid of him. And that's going to continue to eat at the soul of the team until it doesn't matter. And then Bo Nix is going to request a trade. So
hopefully.
Yep. He's going to get over there to the Bucks where quarterbacks go to disappear, and we can just forget about him.
Just like I told y'all, the reason why the Raiders was going to lose is because if they was going to lose to Denver, is because the coaches, like, they have a coach now. Like, no different than the Chargers. That's the reason why we can't beat up on the Chargers like we've been doing, because they don't have a stupid coach over there that keep leaving the window open for us to mess up and still win the game. That's why we couldn't do that to Denver, because Sean Payton is smarter than Antonio Pierce. Harbaugh is smarter than Antonio Pierce when it comes to coaching. Like, so let's not act like it's because of the play of the players. Like Bo Nix, not why they beat us. They beat us because they're a better coach team.
That's why. Which is sad.
The Broncos lost twice to us last year.
Because Denver roster is not better than our roster.
Nope.
The Chargers roster isn't better than it might be now. It might be now.
Oh, with the depletion of our roster,
Yeah.
No, when we were healthy, no. The issue that you have with, I think it's going to be fatal for Chargers and Denver, is both those people are not great leaders of men, and they start to eat away at the locker room with the way that they treat other people, and so they can't long-term sustain winning, right? So I think missing those opportunities is probably good for us. Neither one of those guys, I think, lead teams to Super Bowls ever again, right? So what I think will happen with San Diego is what always happens. He'll continue to break the team down. They'll be mediocre, and then they'll be pretty good and not win anything significant, and then he will piss everyone else and get fired. And Sean Payton will lead a bunch of mediocre teams until they fire him for being mediocre. Same thing that happened in New Orleans eventually. If he doesn't have Drew Brees to come save him. So.
No, that's not to say that he's some hellified coach. What I'm saying is he's more coof than AP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not saying
100%.
It's a night and day difference.
Yeah, it's like you know who else was better at game management than AP? You already said it earlier, Josh McDaniels. He was a horrible coach.
But I don't care
better at game management.
It doesn't matter when the game ain't even in the balance went because you call it stupid plays all game. Like, it don't matter. You know how many times we probably went home with timeouts in the bank, messing with him because we did some of the goofiest stuff ever, man, with him. Like, come on, man. You want to fight Josh McDaniels anyway. I don't even know why you even protected him like that.
I'm not protecting him. That's just showing you how much.
I just said
I do want to fight Josh, though. I do want to fight Josh, though. Every time you say it, I feel triggered, and I'm ready to do that. Like, open invitation. Shut up. Any ring, anytime, Josh. For real.
I know you do. I cut off Western Conference though, because Western Conference made a good point, and I kind of ran with it. I'm sorry, but I do want to hear what you got to say though, bro. Because
actually, you could bring your little assistant Bo Hardegree in the ring with you too. Y'all both could come in 2-on-1, bro. Let's go.
and I'm the ref. Remember, and I'm the ref.
Yes, yeah. I got a ref. That's all I need.
Yeah.
It's WWE reffing.
So, what do you think about Riddick, Dub C?
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, I'm gonna give you the unadulterated, cold hard factory, unbiased, right here. And some of y'all gonna like it, and some of y'all is not gonna like it. But I'm gonna tell y'all straight up right now, man. You know, there's a lot of people that are hyped, you know, about that signing, and they think he's going to come in and he's going to make some profound impact, you know, or some crazy shit, you know. But I'm going to just tell you, you know, like right now, man, he's just a death piece. And I understand he's good to take a flyer on, which I understand. You know, I get it, and maybe a change scenery is what the dude needs, and maybe that'll turn his talents around. But I don't really see him doing anything crazy. I think I'm gonna just be a honest man. I think he sucks, and I don't. This big hype where a bunch of dudes are just like, oh yeah, you know, he's in a drastic changing shit here, but I think he's just here for dev chart purposes, and he's on the practice squad for a reason, just so we have a depth chart, because we just need to sign and get a quarterback because we got because AOC is injured. And I just think that the signs are there, and the writing is on the wall that I definitely see us getting a quarterback in the draft in the future. That's just how I see things going forward. That's just me.
What's up?
Hey, you know what's beautiful? You know what's beautiful between you and you? You're like the voice of reason between us two, right? Because he wants a new quarterback, right? Like you said. But you see the situation the way I currently see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, nah, this shit ain't gonna work because why y'all acting like this? And I'm like, that's when I'm tripping off the fans. I'm not even tripping off the Raiders. I'm tripping off the fans. That's why, bro, like, why you mad? Why you mad? I'm mad because I'm trying to figure out why is y'all tripping? Why y'all don't see what he sees? Now, I understand what he's talking about. That's why we don't ever get mad at each other when we going back and forth, because I know what he's trying to do, and he's going to be right. He's just going to be right for the wrong reasons.
Okay, listen.
No. He's always on point. Trust me. He's sharp. He's sharp as a fucking Genji blade. Trust me. Like he knows his shit. I just don't see Desmond freaking Ritter coming in here and just saving our day. I just don't.
Ask me what the odds are. Ask me what percentage it is. Then you start to get this real question, right?
Look. I'm gonna just be honest here. I just see us kind of, and I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say this. I think that we're tanking without saying tanking. That's just how I see it.
which is fine.
Who would advocate for that? That's crazy.
Which is fine. But I'm saying we don't even have to try though. That's all I'm saying. Don't try to act like we need to try to tank. No, just go out there and see what we really got.
Who's tanking? Who's tanking? Stop saying that word. I don't know what you mean.
AP won't come out and tank because of job. Tom, let's go. Don't want to tank, but I think we're gonna try to get all the draft capital, high draft picks, all that good shit, and we're gonna just try to get all the good assets that we can because we're just so terrible. And and
could that be why I'm advocating for playing all kinds of different quarterbacks?
Right. That's why you can sit up there and say he runs a 4.5 40. He's gonna need a 4.4 40 to get away from what's coming down the pipe when he get behind that center because
he's a lottery ticket. It's a lottery ticket.
The only person I'm telling y'all, just by default, the fact that Minshew could actually get through some games and actually kind of look somewhat decent, that already gives him the thumbs up. Like, is that why everybody don't play him because everybody want to tank without saying tanking? Is that what it is? Everybody
that's what happened in Jacksonville. That's how they got Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. All right. Just tank, baby.
No, I mean,
who's tanking?
I get it. Like, he's worth the shot. Flyer, he has, the talent. I get it. He was a high draft pick, college, all that good stuff, right? But he couldn't get the job done when he was on the Falcons, man. And as much as I want to have all the hope for him, trust me, I want to have all the high hopes and praise and all that for him. I just don't see it panning out. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's a change of scenery. Maybe the Jim Plunkett effect, Maybe by the good grace of God, by the Raider gods, he'll come over here, he'll don that jersey, and then he'll just do.
I'm just hoping for Rusty Hilger. I don't even need all that.
So, but I just don't see it, So I'm just.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I said it's a 7% chance that AP keeps his job, right? And I'm gonna say it's a 2% chance that Desmond Ridder is a bridge quarterback. It's like a 0.2% chance that he's like the man. But it's better than nothing.
So why would people act like this was a brilliant? Why have I been hearing the Raider Nation talking about this was a brilliant signing? Like, what was brilliant about it? I promise you, all four of us could have got a quarterback just as good or comparable for him,
but not necessarily. Because not necessarily one that fits the system, has a chance to be something.
It gives Raider fans hope. That's why.
Hope, baby.
It gives Raider fans hope. That's why.
Also, it's just hope, baby.
It gives us. It gives us.
It is the narcotic that is.
That's what it is.
Slash
all it is.
Los Angeles slash Oakland slash Las Vegas Raiders. We got to get this guy's volume up. Hold on.
It just gives us hope. That's why all the fans get hyped up, about, like we'll sign, some fucking guy off downtown 1st and 3rd Avenue, and then we'll act like this guy is, you know what I mean?
Oh, he's talking about Clarence.
The day.
Clarence got an arm, though.
It gives us hope,
Hey, you got it. Hopium, baby. That's what the Raiders are.
That's how depraved. That's how depraved we are. That's how. That's how sad we are.
So put that in your pipe and take a hit of that.
He said exploitation, bro. We've been spending all of our money. Mark Davis spent all of his money. The only money that's ever not been held back is because they're trying to hold money to get it over for the next year so they can re-sign players. Like, I mean, I don't know what else he's supposed to do with the money and the thing with the. I mean, he got a new stadium and y'all mad at him for having a nice stadium, and then y'all was mad when he didn't have a stadium. I don't know what it is.
No.
I'm like, God,
that's not why I'm mad.
What's up, man? My boy with the super chat. Raiders. Let's go.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with like, well, I forgot. We said the Raider chant threw me off. Like, what was we talking about?
No, we're talking about the he got the new stadium. It feel like everybody mad at him.
Oh yeah. No, I'm mad not because they got a new stadium. I'm mad because he act like they got a new stadium because of him.
Well,
they took advantage of the Raiders. The Raiders was like a crackhead that had potential, right? And then they was like, well, everybody know who you are. All we gotta do is throw some money at you, clean you up, get you some veneers, and then put you back on the blade, and then you can be high priced because everybody know who you are. And they was like, all right, so how much you got, ho? And he was like, I ain't got nothing. And so they was like, all right, just come with us. And so now they think now they think that Mark Davis is this marketing genius or something. No. You know how much money the league made by the Raiders going to Las Vegas? Just opening up gambling alone.
Mark Davis has the highest revenue of any owner. He made the city pay to build the stadium out of hotel taxes.
He didn't make them do that.
He did actually. He negotiated that. He beat Sheldon Adelson, who ran this city.
Bro.
Fooled him into giving him his blessing, getting it approved, and then he shook him for Bank of America.
Bro,
and so he's paying back a loan rather than he saved the Raider franchise and got them a stadium.
You keep saying he didn't do nothing.
Because the league screwed him. No, the league screwed him. See, the league is the reason why we're not in Los Angeles, because we had a deal, and then they reneged on it during the owners' meeting and left us out of dance partner.
That was never about to be
Then they refused to actually help Oakland build the stadium when they had the meeting.
But the point is they want us to sell the team. They refused to build one in Oakland?
Because they want us to sell the team. They want him to sell the team.
Because he didn't have no money.
They're trying to get the team up out of him.
No, because
but now he has money. They didn't want him to get money though, because the stadium would have got him money though.
He didn't make the money.
Do you know how many stadiums they funded and how often the owners don't pay shit? They don't pay for that. They make other people pay for it.
No, that's why they give some money. Mark Davis didn't want to give no money.
But then he didn't, so that makes him smarter, right? That's what they say about Trump.
On top of that, he left the debt in Oakland so crazy. Like,
that's on Oakland.
Mark Davis ain't did shit but be a financial burden. Like what the league did.
That's what business tells you to do. That's what you're supposed to do, is leave a debt, right? This is what Trump does.
Every Oakland team has left that city. The A's have left. The Warriors have left. The Raiders have left.
No, see now you about to follow a narrative that you really don't understand, because it's not like the teams are leaving. First of all, the Warriors ain't left Oakland because they're only across the bridge where they're in a higher market.
But what's the city that they're in, though? This has a name, doesn't it?
Trade Center in Frisco.
San Francisco. That's right.
Pretty Frisco.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
They're the Golden State San Francisco Warriors.
No, but wait a minute. No, so we're not gonna play the game of they gotta play in the city that they're in order for it to be, because the Niners. Didn't nobody say, well, why did the Niners lose their team? The Niners didn't lose their team. Well, the Niners damn near really lost their team. But they really made their team a higher market team because they built a stadium in Silicon Valley where
after San Francisco, at least.
Where they would make more money in Silicon Valley. No different than the Warriors going from a small market Oakland team to be this big conglomerate that's under only the Lakers and Boston. Then it's the Warriors. They are because in a big market in San Francisco, and the same
right.
And the stadium is 10 miles apart. Like, come on, let's not.
But so they didn't really major city though.
Not to mention the Warriors came from San Francisco. They didn't come from Oakland.
They're just really the San Francisco Warriors now.
No, they're the Bay Area. That's why they call the Golden State Warriors, not the Oakland Warriors.
Yeah, so that's the whole state, and they picked San Francisco. So now they're
it's the Bay Area. Right? But even in that, now losing the Raiders, they lost the Raiders, but they lost the Raiders because the fucking Raiders wasn't doing nothing. They didn't want. All they was doing was spending money and losing. The same thing they doing in Vegas, except for Vegas is hoeing them out and selling the tickets for 3 times the amount. I'm talking about the Raider fans with the PSLs.
Hey,
so,
listen.
So let's not act like that Mark Davis did this great thing. Now the Raiders by default are going to lose the A's because it don't make sense to build a baseball stadium, and baseball don't even make that much money anyway.
Watch how much money it make here.
I think the Yankees would beg to differ.
Yeah,
better market.
Yeah, it is. And that's the plain thing, right? He took the team to a better market. They have a stadium. They have a place. Al has his torch.
They don't have no stadium. Right? They got a stadium to play in.
No, this is the thing. You have to be decent, bro. Like there's no charity here. Like no one's coming to the game just because they feel bad for the Raiders. There's other shit to do.
No, they come to see the Raiders get beat the fuck up.
No, if you win, that stadium will be blacked out. It was blacked out for the home opener.
Yeah, it would.
And we hadn't even won yet. They were just anticipating that we might win. Bro, no one's going to come see a shitty team.
Bro, the Raiders have already peaked out in Las Vegas, bro.
Would you pay for a ticket right now? You want to come see the Kansas City game?
I'm never paying for a ticket there.
Okay, so then what do you expect? Why? Because they're shitty.
No, I'm the wrong person to ask. That's
just because you got jilted. I understand. But, like, overall, though, the ticket's not a value when they're a bad team. It's the highest ticket in the NFL, and they're bad.
But we did the same thing for them in Oakland. They wasn't worth the – bro, even when they were worth the price of the ticket, even when they was worth the price of the ticket and they were winning, they still was losing money because of how Mark Davis was acting.
No, because the stadium was a sieve.
He never
invested what? He spent all the money he had on the team. He literally didn't have enough money to put in escrow to sign top free agents. You think he's going to fix the stadium with that?
Bro,
he's gonna get that money to Oakland. Did you think they'll pay him back?
Bro,
like,
I bet you I can tell you how much money.
When the Raiders were in Oakland here, and when they when they were doing bad, I was still going to their game.
Everybody was
when they were bad. So
yes,
everybody was.
But the ticket, they had to make the ticket prices so low, right? And there was no press boxes that they weren't making any money.
No,
that's how they got people to come.
You know what happened? The Raiders actually, when the Raiders was garbage like that, they didn't have PSLs and shit until they came back here. That costed us more money, and not only so that was a whole new concept to us. Personal seating license. Like we were going to the Raider game when it was $80-$90 a piece, and we were just paying them out of pocket for whatever the reason. And then when the Raiders decided to come back, and they was like, well, in order for us to be able to make money as a team, we need to have these personal seating license, and we're going to open up more seats up there and call it Mount Davis. So they did all that, right? The city did all that for the Raiders, right? And then the Raiders started coming, and then when they was winning, they was packing all that out. But then when it was losing, it was empty. And then they like, well, we need a new stadium. Well, how much you got on it? We ain't got no money. How much money y'all gonna give us? We like, wait a minute. We just financed all this shit for y'all. We financed all this shit for y'all, and y'all ain't got no money still.
But the NFL knows there's a sucker born every minute, and so they just find a different stadium.
Bro. The NFL was like, yeah, we gonna go and let them go and crack out. And then when Mark Davis, we're gonna give him an offer he can't refuse. We're gonna tell him we're gonna give him a new stadium. It's not your stadium, bro. Like you, because just because it's black don't mean it's the Raiders stadium. The Coliseum was the Raiders stadium.
I understand the nostalgia, man, but it was
not no nostalgia. Business wise.
This is business wise. He does have stake ownership in this. It's not diluted. Like it's his stadium. They're paying it off,
stadium, bro.
They're paying it off. I get that the fans from other teams come, but that's still paying him. What would change it is winning.
If the Raiders lose for the next 10 years, let's say like they do, like they normally do, like they did out here, like after the 2000 when Grannon and them was good, and then they've been weak ever since. I promise you, if the Raiders is weak for the next 5 to 8 years. I promise you they're going to be trying to move them out of there.
Get
them up out of here.
Send them
They're going to send them to Mexico.
Mexico.
Y'all remember when LA wanted to go to LA?
They just wait until they're good and just not go.
Y'all remember when the NFL wanted us to go to LA and share a stadium, and Mark Davis said, "No, we ain't sharing a stadium with anybody." That's why we're in Vegas. We ain't sharing a stadium like the Rams and the Chargers.
That's actually not happened. No, he wanted it to happen, and Jerry Jones blocked it. He was trying to share a stadium in Los Angeles.
Oh, well, then
that was the goal.
That's depressing. That's depressing.
Okay, well, the Rams and Chargers do it, and the Giants and Jets do it, and it happens. And then they have modern stadiums. It's better than one that is literally leaking shit through the bathroom.
No, but I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to share a stadium. Like, I'd rather be in Vegas and share with the Chargers and the Rams. So
I get it. You're not into the sharing thing.
No, I ain't into sharing.
So are you gonna say it out loud since you already put it in the chat, Western? Just for tradition.
I was gonna say, well, if they were in LA, I mean, I think it would be mostly dominated by Raider fans regardless, and that would be actually kind of better for me because it's closer towards me since I'm in the Bay Area.
That's why he was willing to share the stadium. It would have been his stadium regardless. And they figured that out pretty quickly, and they kicked him out of the deal and screwed him over, stabbed him in the back, left him with no clothes on, and he twirled around, stitched himself a tunic or something, and slaughtered Caesar.
Mark Davis is so brilliant and made the Raiders all this money. Why he can't turn the team around then?
Because he's not a football guy.
And why everybody wanted to sell the team then?
Oh, because the league wants Davis family out of the ownership after they did all kinds of things like sue them and win a bunch of times, let minorities be in positions they didn't want them to be in, buck the system, allow alcoholics to be spokespersons for the team. They still don't give a grudge. They old white rich dudes. They don't they hold that forever. They trying to get your children with that.
So if that's the case, how did they end up letting the Raiders be? Mark Davis, ain't that what you just said? He was the most profitable owner or whatever it is you said?
Because he pulled a fast one.
You telling me the league approved
They approved it because he got Sheldon Adelson on his team. And what they thought is that Sheldon Adelson would be owning that team within the 2 or 3 years, which he would have.
No, hell no.
But Mark Davis, he would have weaseled his way in there and been owning the team.
Mark Davis is going to die?
No, because Sheldon Adelson would have leveraged him financially to a place where he had no choice.
Ain't nobody leveraging Mark
as soon
Davis
as it was taxed. Oh, because he's too smart for it, right? Yeah.
No,
so he actually got rid of.
You don't take a rocket science to figure out don't sell the Raiders. If the nigga would drag the Raiders,
you have to sell portions of it.
If he dragged the Raiders the way he did through Oakland, he ain't gonna never sell them.
The deal initially with Adelson had Adelson in a place where he owned significant portions of the Raiders and had options to buy more. Okay. Man, and then it turned into a loan from Bank of America. That's a big difference for the same amount.
Ain't nobody hearing that. Well, nobody trying to hear that. The whole issue is this, man. The reason why the Raiders didn't get no stadium is because Mark Davis broke ass didn't have no money. That's it.
Yeah, and somehow he got one.
No, because they used them. If you ain't got no money and somebody come up to you and be like, hey, I got a bag for you. Let me upgrade you, and you ain't got nothing, and then you go over there. Yeah, in the moment you're upgraded. But I promise
did the league pay for it though?
The moment it hits the fan, he gonna be looking like Diddy. Oh, I thought Diddy was a billionaire. No, well now you finding out Diddy owe all this money on his houses. Diddy ain't really got this much. This money he was getting over here, he ain't getting that no more. That's what's gonna happen to Mark Davis, and then he gonna have to sell the team. But by that time, he gonna be damn near.
The deal on the stadium is transparent. The deal on the stadium is transparent. It's paid for by a raise in taxes on hotel rooms. So visiting people who come here to watch the Raiders fill up the hotels, and then they pay for the stadium twice. When they stay in their hotel and then when they go buy a ticket.
When you say that, you're talking about Las Vegas, right?
Visiting fans.
No. No. You said the way they raised the money was to put a tax on the
hotel rooms. Right.
So the city of Las Vegas, that's how they generated their money, right?
Yeah, it's a tax. He got the city to pay for it, for sure.
Yeah,
he got someone else to pay for it.
So what did Mark Davis do to bring money to the table?
Oh, it's not about bringing money to the table. It's about negotiating a deal where you don't bring your own money to the table and other people pay it for you. That's called business. That's how you make money.
So that's what makes him the genius?
Yes.
So you didn't use your money, but you also didn't get a stadium. But you can't play at Airbnb stadium.
Why would I use my money when I can use somebody else's?
So you can own the stadium. So you can own the stadium.
But he does though. That's how it works. He got both.
Own the stadium?
Yes, he does.
No, he don't.
What do you have to? What do you have to actually own the stadium for?
No,
like 5% of the stadium.
He owns it. The Raiders own that stadium.
And
they'll own it free and clear pretty soon here.
$3.
No, he owns it. He all those concerts, he gets paid from those too. Yeah. And they're about to own it free and clear soon. No.
Come on, bro.
No, he owns the stadium, dude.
I own that stadium, bro.
Dude, I know. I work there. Believe me.
I don't care.
Like he owns
I don't care. Nigga, I worked at Walmart. I ain't never seen the owner, nigga. I don't care.
He owns the stadium. I don't know what else to tell you. Who owns it then? Who do you think owns it? There's no one else.
All them banks and shit you talking about. All them
but he's about to pay off his loans, though. That's the point. But he's about to pay off his loans, though. He's ahead of schedule. Then who owns it?
The question is, why does it really matter?
Well, it matters because we're talking about the intelligence.
There's an owner like Jerry Jones, when they get the fucking end of the year, when they say, oh, you made $15 million on nachos, you know that once you pay out everybody, you get 7 of it. But Mark Davis punk ass, he only gonna get about $1 million out of all that because he don't own it, because he worked out a deal where he can get a percentage of the proceeds instead of handing out the proceeds. That's the difference.
What deal did he make with that? He got a loan that he pays back. He made that loan payment. That's it. What else is there?
Okay. So what does he get from the Aces? Does he get a hot dog for them too?
So now that's where. Now, if you want to say he's smart because he did that, yeah, that was smart. That's how. So when I ask you, how does Mark Davis generate money? You could, if you was to say, well, he worked out a deal where he could do this with the Raiders, but he ended up getting enough income where he bought a WNBA team and he fucked around and won a couple of championships, what brings money. So now his value is up here because of what he's doing. In addition to the shit that he got, now I can see him being a respectable businessman. But y'all people making it sound like Mark Davis is like, fuck Oakland. I'm so G. I'm gonna have them make me a stadium over here in Vegas, and now look at me. I got this big new stadium over here. I got this championship girls team. I got the Las Vegas Knights doing their thing. I'm Jerry Jones Jr. Like, no, that's not what it is. Because if that was the case, you should have been able to get a job done in Oakland then. Like, why was you doing none of that in Oakland? You couldn't even raise no money in Oakland. Even when you was winning and the city was giving you money.
The city gave you like chippy, that kind of like little dimes and stuff. Yeah, we'll build Mount Davis. Like, yeah, man, that money, man. You didn't get from Vegas, bro.
We're not gonna compare economics of fucking Las Vegas, where it's casino, in Oakland. But what we will do is this: when the Raiders came back to Oakland, they was making money. Don't act like they wasn't making money. They was making a lot of money when they was winning and going to the playoffs. Because, like Brett just said, even when they wasn't winning, we were selling them out still.
No, we were selling out, but it didn't matter because the ticket prices were not high enough to make money. And there were no press boxes. The money that they make is mostly from those club suites that those people are paying thousands of dollars for just to sit in a seat and be at a bar.
They made all their money because of the personal seat and licensing and all of that. That
was just enough to do the basic repairs on the stadium when they moved in. Okay. To continue to make money perpetually, because that's a one-time thing. You don't get the personal seat license over and over again. You get it one time.
No, but what you do get money from is residual residual money every week of people coming there packing out the stadium. That's how you make the money.
Yes, but
it's
the economic word.
You make money through the fans.
Well, actually, the people who don't pay attention are the people who pay the most at the games. But if they didn't have enough money coming from the stands to make positive income every week, it just was not happening. The concessions prices were lowered because the building was starting to fall apart. I used to be a property manager, right? Like you can't charge high rent if the building's falling apart. And then you get in this cycle where you don't have enough money to do repairs and the building starts falling apart. And then,
jacked up
what was happening.
Well, we already know that the stadium was inept, bro. Like the plumbing has been fucked up. Bro, the plumbing been fucked up ever since fucking Plunkett was there. Like we get that shit.
Like, bro, that's a long time, bro.
But what I'm saying is that we can't sit there and say, well, the reason why they couldn't make no money was because the stadium is fucked up. It wasn't fucked up for them to pack it out every fucking year.
No. They couldn't make money because just packing out that stadium doesn't make money.
Making
money requires
the fans make the money.
It's not enough money. It's not.
It's not enough.
That's why all the teams that are profitable have suites.
It's not enough money when your owner don't. How much money do you think Jerry Jones reinvests
his own money into the team? So then he'd be losing his own money. Okay.
No. He reinvests money back into the brand every year. Like Mark Davis never reinvested into the Raiders. Never.
He got no money. Because he got no money to reinvest.
All right, bro.
Anyway, I know
I looked up this. It says, does Mark Davis own the Allegiant Stadium? Yeah.
No, because he has to pay off his loans. I said that, right? But he's ahead of schedule.
Bro.
It's a loan. Do you own your car until you pay it off? No.
No, that's not how that. Okay, bro.
It's a loan.
All right, so you telling me if Robert Kraft decides to build a new stadium, right? And he gets a loan for it and the whole shit. And you telling me that's not Robert Kraft Stadium because he ain't paid it off? That's what you telling me?
That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying no. He doesn't own the stadium because he has no legal nothing to Allegiant Stadium. Like
who has it then?
He gets a percentage.
Who owns it? Who owns it then?
Let me find out for you, then.
Okay, well you gonna have to let me
check
know.
It out. I gotta work at 4:30 in the morning, so I gotta bounce. But yo, respect and peace to all y'all. Hey, respect everybody in the chat, dude.
All right,
yeah, respect this. I don't know anything about financials. Like when it comes to money, I'm very bad at mathing, dude. So you guys are like up here and I'll be down here. Like I don't know shit about money. So, but y'all have a good one, man. Respect and have a good Have a good Wednesday.
Nachos is fire.
Just win, baby.
You're the reason why we even brought this live out. You're the reason why we did the live. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's solid too.
Hug your lady.
All right.
Peace out, man.
Later, boys. Peace.
But I will say that them nachos is fire though. They is fire though. Damn. Boy.
Let me see.
Salute to D Menace and Ryan. And he's out of there.
Who is Don Webb?
Don Webb? I think works for the team, finance guy, part owner or something. He doesn't own everything alone. He owns what, a certain percentage of the Raiders?
No. So, I wouldn't
the
say
Raiders own.
I wouldn't say one entity own it, but I'm pretty sure that if you're the owner of the team, your team owner of that stadium, even if you went and got money from Sachs Goldman or whoever you go get money from, that is your stadium. Yes, you owe them for it, so it's not financially all the way yours. But it's your stadium.
Who holds the title on your car or your house?
I was just gonna say that. No, who owns the big slip? Who has the title of the car?
Not how that works in the stadium.
Yes, it does. Banks don't change just because they lend more money.
So you telling me that Jerry Jones Stadium has zero debt, like no debt. He paid it all off. You telling me that?
Yes,
it's zero. It's zero.
He paid off his debt. He may have taken new loans against it because he thought it was a good idea. But that's
but then that means that means that it won't be his because he took another loan out on it, right?
It depends on the type of loan. He might have paid off owed title and then just took a loan that's leveraged
but that ain't
against
usually how they do that.
Portion of the stadium, and then he still gets the whole title. So,
because I know for sure that all these owners that play in these stadiums, they don't own them stadiums outright.
Most of them are highly leveraged.
A house.
Yeah, most of them are highly leveraged and haven't been able to pay it off. But some of them are in really good, lucrative situations, like in Vegas, where people are paying like huge amounts and selling out every single game.
That's like me saying, "Oh, my grandma's house ain't her house because she still got a mortgage on it because she took out money against the man." Like, what the hell? That's her house.
You'll find we'll find out who it is when she stop paying.
Legally, you want to say we want to go legally, like how we going to talk about? Well, technically, it's not her house. Well, even if it is her house, the land ain't hers either. So, what are we talking about? But
it ain't her house because if she stopped paying, they take it.
When we go there, we know that's her house. Like when we go to Allegiant Stadium, we know that's not the Raiders' house. That's not theirs.
You're talking about the fan thing.
They're not running that shit.
You're talking about the fan thing. Because as far as running it day to day, they absolutely are involved in everything. The Raiders themselves, stadium. Okay. Seriously. But as far as like the fan situation, it's not good when you lose the team. They don't, fans. Yeah. Western. Am I crazy?
Man, I just know that it don't even matter about owning and all that shit. I just know that this team is a mess right now, and it doesn't even matter about. I just know that this team is fucked up, and there's just so much going on.
You guys.
So here we go.
I actually have a different vision. I think we're a lot closer than everyone thinks. Follow me. We have a professional general manager who knows how to draft.
That is
the real process.
My only bright spot. That is my only.
We traded a disgruntled wide receiver before his value dropped to the floor and got something for him, probably more than he's worth once we see him play it out. We will have $100 million in cap space,
which is why I'm focusing on brighter things.
It looks like the team is bad enough that we'll actually have a top 5 pick. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Bro.
I think we're closer than we've been in a long time. That's how sad it is, but yes.
So who was the Las Vegas Stadium Authority?
That's just like the people who manage. Yeah.
It's a group, right?
It represents the government.
So they own and oversee Allegiant Stadium. They own and oversee it. The authority is responsible for managing the stadium, land, and capital improvements.
So it's the group of, it's like the board, right? So you have the bank people, the Raiders people, and the city people. Until all entities are paid off, they're going to be together managing it, right? That makes sense. And then once the city has been paid back, right, for the bond that they issued, then they'll be out. And once the bank is paid back, they'll be out. And the only people left will be the Raiders.
Oh, once who pay it back? You talking about Mark Davis?
Yeah, they're ahead of schedule doing that.
Mark Davis ain't about to pay $1.4 billion back.
They are doing that. Right. And the bond wasn't for 1.4, but yeah. They have to pay back the bond. Yeah, something like that, yeah. But they're paying it back ahead of schedule. Like I think the dude, because there's a guy that reports on this. Literally, it's all he reports on is the stadium issue. How much is costing? How much is it? Overruns or anything that happened? There were no overruns in the production of the stadium. That sort of stuff. So the stadium is going to get paid off ahead of the schedule that the city had set for it, which is good.
Yeah, it says Clark County is responsible for repaying the stadium debt. Not Mark Davis. Clark County is responsible for paying the debt from 2019 to 2048. 2048.
Yeah, they'll be done before 2048.
I'm for sure. 2048. How long is that? Another 24 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might be alive, but Mark Davis ass ain't.
It's like a house loan. It takes some time. It's a big ass property. It's a real estate loan.
The city is paying it back because the stadium owned by the city. It's owned by
the city is
Vegas.
responsible for paying it back, but the money comes from Mark Davis. The authority is a board of people.
Vegas owns that stadium and they lease it to the Raiders. That's the difference.
Yes,
the Raiders
that's what happens when you. That's what happens when you don't pay for it up front. They gave them a big ass bond, and the bank gave them a bunch of money, so they own it. They have the pink slip, just like your car.
Mark Davis, and when it gets paid off, the pink slip doesn't go to Mark Davis. It goes to the city of Las Vegas.
No, it doesn't. We have to pay back the city too. That's what the bond is. When that gets paid back, what happens to the pink slip then?
2048. They have the 2048 to pay it back. Mark Davis,
I'm telling you, it's coming back faster than that. He's going to be paying. No, they're ahead of schedule. That's the whole point. Well ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule, what? 20 years?
Yeah, a lot.
How? We ain't even
won
a Super Bowl yet.
Because it's not about Super Bowl. It's about tourism and amount of concerts and selling it out and people coming into Las Vegas to stay in hotel rooms. Remember that hotel room tax?
The way you recoup money for a stadium is you win a Super Bowl. That's why this shit is rigged for real in real life, because they this is how they go around and get every owner to get their stadium paid for, because they host the Super Bowl there, which they've done already, right?
Right.
So they made some change there, but they do this for everybody. But your team needs to win
change
the Super
every
Bowl
game
too.
day. The ticket price is set to where they make change. Do you know how high, like concessions? It's not cheap. It's a lot of money.
Allegiant Stadium.
Okay.
That nigga, he leases there. He can get kicked out at any moment.
You lease your car until you pay it off.
They don't need his $300 million that he gave. And the only reason why he got that was because he went to the fans that had the PSLs in Oakland and told them, hey, we'll give y'all PSLs in Vegas. And he got the money from that. Sound
like a good businessman to me.
No, that sounds like a nigga that didn't have nothing else to do but that.
He made $1.15.
Because what would have been smart? What would have been smart is he would have got the loan from the NFL. He would have put more of his own money into it, and then he wouldn't have had to wait for them to 2048 to pay something off in order for me to be the owner of something.
But the NFL didn't want to give him money, already. And he didn't have money. So he had 15 cents and a bad landlord. And now he's a
badass tenant. Don't try to make it seem like Mark Davis and the Raiders was doing what they were supposed to do. They was spending money and not making none. They was getting it. They was making money, but they wasn't spending it. They was making money with the Raiders.
Where? When? In Oakland? No, they lost money.
Overall? No,
yearly.
Oakland lost money.
The Raiders lost functioning. You can go look at their actual tax. Like, they lost money.
I've done that.
They lost money.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, the
negatives
Oakland
and stuff.
Lost money. The Raiders didn't lose money. The Raiders was worth what, $500 million when they left here. When they showed up, they was worth about that. But the city of Oakland lost money.
That's not good. That's not good. Value is supposed to grow.
No. Yeah, but you gotta reinvest into your team. You can't just make the money and hold it. You're supposed to spend it.
They were in a death spiral, bro. That's what that is. You're not making enough money to reinvest, and then it's not good enough that people want to come. And you're not making enough money to reinvest, and you just keep going down the fucking drain until you fucking all the way down in the Pacific Ocean.
You gotta buy a stadium. They had to. There's no way around it. You gotta buy a stadium.
And he did with someone else's money.
Invest in the stadium.
Yeah, he did. Somebody else's money.
So what he did was he let somebody else invest and use the Raider name. That's it.
I mean, he still owns the team, though. So
yeah, he owns the team, but he don't own the stadium. You don't make most of the money. You don't even make half the money.
Oh, he's making a lot of money, actually.
No, he's not. He ain't making all the money. How? How is he making all the money when everybody else that gave more money than him is paying back the debt? But he's making the money. Wow.
Have you seen ticket prices?
Bro, I've seen the ticket prices. I've seen the PSL prices.
Have you seen the cost of a hot dog? They're cracked for a reason.
He's not getting a high percentage of that money, bro.
No, it's mostly going to pay it off fast so that he can own the stadium like you want him to. So, yes, it all is a Ponzi scheme. Now you get it. That's how capitalism works, guys. That's what it is. Okay, there's your lesson. So you're good at capitalism when you get other people to spend their money to make you money. Yeah, that's how that works. And he did that. So Is it nice? No, but it's how you win in capitalism. So
Yeah.
No, Allegiant Stadium is going to be repainted, and they're going to be playing in New Mexico or Mexico.
Well, you know,
In
I guess
about
it'll be
10
the
years.
Rebel Stadium then, huh? UNLV College
In
Stadium.
15 years, when they say we gonna expand to Mexico, they're gonna send the Raiders.
Hey, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go down to Azteca Stadium. Los Reyes, man. All day. All day. Man, I got to talk to you after this, Western, because we
I might go to that stadium.
Hey, Azteca, man. It's high up in the air though, man. You can't breathe. It's too high. They need to. Mexico City is a trip, but yeah, I mean, those games be lit. That's that old school fanage right there. They be inspired for the game.
Nah.
All we gotta do is win, guys. Like just halfway win, and the stadium might be blocked out.
Cures everything. Just like the great coach John Madden said himself, winning is a great deodorant, and winning cures everything, man. And
yeah.
Well,
we had the thought that we could win, and that place was rocking. Blocked out, 119, 120 decibels when the other team had a ball. That's a jet engine, guys. It's there. We just have to win.
The Raiders are definitely exploiting the fans. No, that's Mark Davis that's doing that. I'm telling y'all, but it's fine though because it's good business. They call it shrewd capitalism. It's fine.
Yeah, the Las Vegas, they name everything like it's a gaming board because they don't know anything else. But yeah, that authority is a conglomerate of the three parties, right? They all have seats on a board. That's how every venture capitalist funded business is going to be. And they're going to try to get more seats on the board than you, and they do because they've got the city, right, and the loan from the bank. But the thing is, like, they just want money. So if you give them money, then you're done. And he's been doing that.
If Mark Davis had money, he wouldn't have had to have so many people's hands in this.
Oh, he doesn't have money, but those people he flying in, they do. That's how they be paying like thousands.
That's not the power. Isn't in. Oh, I can use his money and act like I'm the owner. That's the power is not in that.
You sure?
Because that person that's giving you money, he's not a dummy. He don't care if you say you the owner when he know he get most of the money. He don't care.
But that's only for the loan term. Then once the loan is over, then what?
Mark Davis is gonna be dead, and the Raiders gonna be in New Mexico or Mexico.
Maybe, or Tom Brady will own it, and it'll be right there. Anyway.
Mark Davis ass ain't about to. The Raiders is screwed, but whatever. He did what was best for his pockets, so I ain't mad at him.
I know it hurts, man. I know it hurts.
No, I ain't mad at him. Fuck the Raiders. I'm just saying. I'm not mad at him. He did what was best for his pockets. But what I won't allow to happen is the people that act like the Raiders did, like the city of Oakland did something to the Raiders.
Listen, I feel you. I was born in San Jose. Love that stadium.
That's not what happened.
But then I moved to Long Beach, right? And then as a Long Beach, like LA Raider fan, the perspective is a little different. Because when you go travel up there, you be like, this stadium is shitty.
What's the matter?
Like, I don't want to be here at this game. Like this. This is crazy. Not cool. That stadium was atrocious.
The stadium was never the issue for the fans. Like, for real. Like, we wanted a new stadium, but the thing about it is the stadium wasn't the reason why they wasn't getting the support that they were supposed to get. Like, you could have even told Raider fans, look, we're building a new stadium in Oakland. We're going to tax you. We would have paid it. But we like, okay, we going to pay.
The city would never.
So they was like, okay, we're going to pay a tax for the Raiders to come, right? But what you want us to do, also to do that, you want us to forgive a loan that you already came up with. Forgive a loan.
Yeah.
You want us to give you the land for free You want us to give you the land for free? This ain't some shit that I'm making up. This is what.
No, that's what he asked for. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
The city gave this. Las Vegas gave him the land for free.
That is not what he was asking for. That's what the city offered him, and he was like, "Nah, because I ain't had no money to put with it." And so then when you got all these other people saying, "We'll give you the money. We'll even paint the stadium black," and you like, "Well, I ain't gotta give no money." Yeah, no money. We'll even give you a hockey team and a WNBA team, and he gonna give me 2 cars to go with it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
See, look,
and that's what he did. Like,
all right, well, this is the narrative that you're weaving. I get it, the Oakland fans. I get it, man. I know how you feel, but
nah.
You coming from LA as a fan, you be like, man, this got to get better. We can't win with this stadium. We got no money being produced. There's more money produced just in the Modelo and Twitch suites probably than the whole Oakland Coliseum was making. And that's
why did the Raiders lose the Super Bowl again when they was playing in that stadium? Because they didn't play the Super Bowl in the stadium. So what was the reason why?
The Raiders haven't been in the Super Bowl in a long time. You talking about when we got cheated?
Yeah,
when the other team knew our plays.
In that year, they won over 10 games. They won like 13 games, like 14 games, like 2 years in a row in that same stadium that you saying. The stadium was the reason why the Raiders.
The reason why. The problem is that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. The problem was that, like, even when they were winning in those years, they weren't making a lot of profit. So there wasn't like extra money they're going to be stashed away. And literally, Mark Davis did not have the cash to put in escrow to make big time free agent signings. It didn't exist.
No.
Do you see that spiral that I'm talking about? You start to go down this spiral, dude. You can't get out of it.
We signed big players. We've been signing big players, overpaying people.
Not the biggest ones. We were not even eligible for
the money. Our ownership.
What money? Where is he mismanaging the PF Chang's?
You telling me all the PF Chang's? One of the most popular franchises. They made no money. You don't have to win games to make money, man. You can ask the Cowboys that.
But this is the thing. You have to have ticket sales that are enough to do it. You have to have enough revenue from jersey sales. You have to have,
so now the Raiders
alternate forms.
Oakland.
So the jersey sales went down. They went from being the number 1 jersey in the league to at some point being like out of the top 10, right? Because they were bad. And then there is no extra money coming from the stadium. It's just like, there were $20 tickets to the Coliseum.
It wasn't no $20 tickets there, bro. It wasn't no $20 tickets when the Raiders came back.
At the end, they reduced the prices. Yeah,
no, they did not. When they came back
for like around
when they came back, it was not
30. Okay, 30. Everybody, you know what 30 gets you at Allegiant? Not parking. It gets you nothing.
You're comparing 20 years difference. Like, of course,
I mean that's still so different though.
And it's overpriced in Vegas. That shit's overpriced. Everybody's complaining about the prices there.
But then they keep paying it. It's weird.
Yeah, because we're stupid. It's capitalism. That's the same reason why we go to McDonald's going that shit ain't real.
There you go. He's selling the dream.
Right.
All right, folks. We are way over time.
But we love you.
We had to have a moment to talk about Oakland and losing their team, and I understand how it feels, but it feels good here in Vegas. That's for sure.
It's not about feelings. I'm not speaking from a place of feelings, bro. Because
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
No, I know, but I'm gonna get this out. I never have to say this again. Because look,
it's fair.
If I'm gonna go on my feelings, right? If I'm going off of my feelings is this: the Raiders is just like turf hoppers. They started off in Oakland. They went to L.A. They had a championship, had a baby, came back. I accepted the baby is mine and everything. And then now they trying to tell us that our house wasn't good enough for them.
They were like, this house ain't good enough. I need to better than this.
I'm supposed to still follow them and be like, yay, Raiders.
Don't be mad. No. Don't be mad at me because this man can pay for what I need.
Right.
What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately, right?
I deserve, okay? I deserve the best.
Right. No, but thank you guys for hacking in. Please hit the like button on the way back out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
so I just had to say this. So I worked 7 days last week. I'm working 7 days this week, so I can't be on the Saturday or Sunday. So that's why I had to hop on this time now, because I won't be here this Saturday or Sunday. But we will be playing the Chiefs, and I just gotta say this before we go. We'll be seeing Taylor Swift and that long ass back of hers. And
Taylor,
you're
wonderful. You're a queen.
I hope somehow the Raiders could pull off the beautiful trick of a treat, and get a beautiful victory over them. I honestly don't see it happening. I know that the Chiefs, are kind of banged up, but I just don't see it happening, guys. But I would ultimately like to see us get the W, but I just don't see it happening. But yeah, man, keep your guys's, and I'll keep my fingers crossed. We could come out victorious against them.
If we pull out this victory, I will actually be happy about it. I detest the Chiefs. I don't care what I'm trying to do. I want
y'all going to apologize to me.
If we win this game, I will apologize to you, my friend.
Yeah, y'all going to apologize to me, because I'm talking about A-Train too, because the way he was talking like the Raiders, like we didn't have a chance, and like we didn't have no chance. Like I don't like I shouldn't even.
I said 38-17. I changed the score.
This is 38-17. Look. I'm telling you right now. I see deep slant Travis Kelce, deep play action bomb Worthy, Kareem Hunt, and I see all. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going back. It's 41-10 again. 41-10. Yeah, 41-10. I'm going back to that.
Bro, no, see, right. You let him talk you out of them little 7 points.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. We got a banged up offense, dude. The Chiefs defense, dude. Man, the Chiefs defense, man. We have no O-line, dude. Man,
they about to run all over us, bro. They run this year,
bro. Dub C, you so chill that I can't never be mad at you. But you getting on the bandwagon with them. I don't when I flatten the tires and flip it over. I don't want you to be on it. Just say I don't see how it's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna watch. Just say that. Don't jump on their bandwagon. Don't do it.
I'm just telling you right now. I see Travis Kelce.
You taking the fight? It's because I said 41-10. I'm just telling the truth.
Worthy deep, Kareem Hunt. I'm telling you, bro. I
said all that. All I said, I'm gonna see this, that, and this.
My guy, we're going like this.
Dude, I'm telling you. And then we're playing. Not only are we playing against the Chiefs, we're gonna be playing against the referees too. So,
thank you.
Hey, what year did the Raiders go to Las Vegas?
Oh man,
2020 was the first operating year, which is COVID.
2020 was their first year operating, right?
Yep.
So it said they made $389 million that year, right?
With no fans.
Las Vegas revenue, right, with no fans, right? That's pretty, whatever we can call it, whatever. 389, right? Then it went to 563 the following year, 729 and 779. So it's increasing, right? Now, when you said they was in Oakland, this is what they was making like 5 years prior to that. In little ass, weak ass, scroungy ass, scanty ass.
Hey,
shitty ass Oakland.
Come on now, you ain't gotta do all that.
Biggity O, the
big
O,
baby. No, wasn't all that.
They made 380. They made 383 million, 357, 320, 335, and 321.
So they made more than that without fans.
Bro. So you telling me So you tell me they ain't make no money though? That's making money, especially if they ain't spending no money on fixing shit. Like they made some money, bro.
They was constantly patching this and that. The shit was coming out of here. You plug it, and then they get shit over here. They plug with that finger. It was costing a lot of money. They was running out of fingers.
They just was making money. That's my point.
No, really. But
all right, guys. I hope we win. I hope you get a break, brother.
And we gotta get our shout out for D-Menace. He put in a $5 super chat, so I need to get a Raiders.
Salute, brother.
I need to get a Raiders as we get out of here. So Raiders. Let's go, D-Menace.
Go.
Yes, let's go. So listen, as I always say, everybody, stay positive. Yeah. Read between the lines. You know, and stay hot.
Keep it cool.
And go look at that Candace Owens thing because never mind. That's another show. Tomorrow, Water Park After Dark. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
p.m. Ooh, it's gonna be lit.
Water Park.
We got special guests.
It's gonna be lit.
Special guest Nova will be in the house. She
sounds
is
enticing,
worth the admission. On
it's an adult conversation at the adult time. Yeah. So just
keep it fresh or keep it wet.
Yeah, you can just listen in. It's gonna be nice. So check us out.
Nice. So yes, and I'm sorry, Lester. Go ahead and let these people know what it is as we leave.
Like I always like to say, keep it cool. Keep it light, keep it fresh. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe and take care of your family.
There you go. Thank you, Lester. Hardest working man, Bay Area schools, and the hardest working man trying to argue with me, Black. Thank y'all for doing this. Thank y'all for coming out. Big shout out to D-Menace for just like dropping all those super chats. And